Oh, dude, it's the new year, guys. It's good friends, good games, and it's a brand new year.
Yippee!
Look at that.
Gosh,
We're all here.
It's about friggin' time. Haven't seen you guys since last year.
I know. It's been so long.
It's been 98, or what is it? 38 years, or
It's
whatever the hell.
84
82 years, whatever the hell her time was.
It's been 84 years.
Let's be realistic, guys. 82 years she was hooking up with other dudes in that time frame. There's no way she was waiting for this guy.
No. I
Let's
mean,
be
she had a
real.
freaking daughter or a granddaughter or whatever that was.
Oh,
as
that's
well, so,
right.
like,
So she was definitely fooling around.
She would definitely was.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's
Definitely
definitely
was.
fooling around.
You know?
Yeah, Titanic. There you go. TikTok has forever re-energized Titanic in our lives.
True. Dude, but Titanic flute mainly.
I mean, there's like a lot of memes that's bringing around like a lot of movies that I've like kind of just long forgotten about.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of interesting,
Absolutely.
actually. It's really, really interesting. I forgot which one it was, but Pal came back and she's like, "Hey, do you have this movie? I want to watch it." It's like springing up all over TikTok, and I, for the life of me, can't remember what movie it is.
Describe it.
I mean, I would never have watched a. Oh, right. If it wasn't for all the memes about Die Hard being a Christmas movie, I wouldn't have actually saw. I saw every single one of them over the holidays.
What did you think?
Which it is, by the way.
Die Hard 1, Die Hard 2. I can see why. I
Yeah.
now get it.
Not
And-
the
but
Christmas movie thing. Like, I'm talking about the actual like overall like appeal of the movies. Like, are the movies good?
Yeah, they're good. It kind of reminds me of 24.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
24 was
That's
kind of
not that vibe,
inspired
yeah.
by him, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. So
Well, like that last 24 season, the one that takes place in the UK, it was actually originally supposed to be like a crossover between Die Hard and 24, but turns out that that didn't end up happening. So they made one more like inspired by Die Hard.
interesting.
British mode.
I didn't think about
So,
that.
but yeah, the thing that actually got me over the hump to finally try is I went to my friend's place for Christmas. So I did not spend Christmas with my family this year. And he has an advent calendar. So you know how advent calendars, like they have like chocolates, you open it one every day.
Right.
Well, he's got an advent calendar where it's the Nakatomi Plaza, and every single day, Hans Gruber falls to his death.
Oh, that's
So
That's
he falls off one
amazing.
floor every day.
So I have a fun fact for you, Zenith.
Mhm.
And I will make sure that if you ever come back to America, I'll take you there. But I have an office in the Beverly Hills area. I won't distinctly say where, but it is right across the street from Nakatomi Plaza.
cool.
I'll
Like
be
I
there.
could look out like one of the conference rooms in that office, and Nakatomi Plaza is right there.
I'll show up in a white beater and shave my head, but it's okay.
Actually, if it ever happens, we got to get a cosplay photo of you for that. For just like, we'll save it for Halloween when Halloween comes. But
Oh
I
my
think that
gosh.
needs, because you actually do you could pull off the Bruce Willis thing.
Nah, I'm gonna show up with like a name tag that says Woos Billis.
That makes,
Woos Billis.
does that
The
mean
woos
you
is
eat?
loose.
Okay, Chibi's chiming in here. Does that mean you eat at the Pink Taco in Beverly Hills? I've never actually eaten at the Pink Taco. It's quite a popular place, though. It's quite a popular place, but
Pink taco?
yeah, it's called Pink Taco. I don't think I drove you past it, Dill.
No.
But I don't know if I gave you the photo, Dill. But I do have a photo of Dill standing in front of the Independence Day Tower, the round one.
Oh yeah. I remember
Yeah.
that.
And then he's also standing at Del Perro Pier.
Oh yeah, I got photos of that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's standing at Del Perro Pier in Santa Monica.
I had to take photos of that. It was literally GTA 5 in real life, and I played the shit out of that game. Like, And I'm super excited for GTA 6 as well. Like, holy fuck.
That all dropped before
God,
we were on the air. Yes. Okay, we'll talk about it.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
Everyone, I hope you all had a good new year. Thank you for spending your time with us. We are officially back. I'm Zenith. I'm reading the chat.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Anyway, Happy New
Are
Year
you sure we
to
can't
all.
fire him?
If Twitch bans us for this stuff, then I have to fire him, and then I gotta hire him.
I mean,
back.
considering what Twitch has been up to over the last few months, I don't think they have any right to.
Oh shit! I've been employed for like all of 11 minutes so far this year.
This year.
It's funny.
Wait till I have to give you guys your performance reviews.
Mine will underperform as always because I am British.
That's Morgan's job.
Yeah.
That's Hannah's job. Hannah can do performance
God.
reviews. I'm not
Poor
doing them.
Hannah. Jesus.
I'm not doing them. Performance or performance? I can't say both legally. I cannot say both because that's just not gonna look good. Anyway, I hope you guys all had a good New Year.
Happy New
Happy
Year.
2024.
Happy 2024, everybody. The panel today, we got Dill, we got myself, we have Morgan filling in for Everest. Everest is out this week on a personal matter, which I'm sure she'll share when she is back on the pod. And then, of course, we've got Zenith, and this is the first one back for the new year. First one back for the new year. We've been gone for 2 months. Thank you for remembering us. If you are here, watching us on twitch.tv, listening to us on Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to your podcast, catching us on YouTube. We appreciate you for coming back and checking us out. So I hope all of you guys had a good holiday. Anyone got anything exciting to share?
I got presents.
Okay. Zenith, you got your
tell.
finger. Yeah, you got your finger
Dude.
up though, like you. You got some.
No, I was
He's
actually
eager.
pointing to Dill.
Okay.
What I'm doing.
Am I that way?
Dill's over here now.
Dill's over.
I'm pointing to
Yeah.
Eric right now. Hang on.
Dill's
I'm
over
pointing
here.
to Eric.
Dill's over here.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Dill is my freaking stream delay. Oh my god, fuck off. Dill's over here.
Dill's over here.
I point
Dill's
over
over here,
that way.
and then Morgan is down there.
No, I
Yeah,
point
Morgan's
that way.
up
That way.
here.
That way is Zen right there. And then it's right there.
Morgan is up. Oh, I missed the podcast so much, says Chibi. Thank you. We appreciate it. We miss you too.
Chibi misses everyone.
And Morgan is up
Yippee.
Zenith's nose, apparently. All right,
Huh?
Dill, you have something you want to share. Let's see it. What do you got?
I showed this earlier, but you know.
Okay. Dill has
I
a
finally-
beautiful blue Xbox controller.
I finally upgraded my controller for PC after all this time.
What
Yeah,
were
because
you
like,
using?
didn't your controller die like when you were playing
PS4
Kirby Air,
controller.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, you
Zen
made
knows
it,
about this.
you made it sound like
basically
you were using
PS
one of those. You made it sound
No,
like you
I
were using
was-
that Titanic like fucking controller that dude was using.
I basically was. I mean, Zen knows though how like bad my controller was whenever I joined for a Parsec stream. So like, you know, but
Yep.
I finally got one that's really good and works well because like I played this for Elden Ring for a little bit and it was just instant connection, no problems whatsoever.
Nice,
Yeah.
beautiful. It's like that. What
Yeah.
color is that one? Is that's not the lunar one, right? That's
I don't know.
I was kind of wondering what you're doing, Morgan, because you're out here just like,
Oh, is that what was happening? I wasn't even paying attention to Morgan. What the hell's a gnat? Hang on, I have to Google what a gnat is now.
Yeah, there's
Gnat.
there's a gnat that kept like
Oh,
trying
it's
to
a
fly in
fly.
my eyes.
So
yeah.
a fly
I
was
thought we
trying
needed to
attack
give
you.
like Morgan an Adderall or something to come.
Yeah. For those listening on the podcast, Morgan was being attacked by a gnat. For those,
Oh, God.
so that's why, because everyone was just like wondering what the hell was going on with Morgan there.
he was
And she
trying to
lived to
fly in her
tell.
coffee, make her play Skyward Sword.
No.
And she lived to tell the story.
She was just picturing what Astarion was like naked and was just like, oh.
Wow. What?
Was that like my aroused flail? Just like
Sounds
this?
like yeah.
Is that what you do?
That, even that
No.
was it was your celebration dance when you saw him naked, like do.
That's Morgan's like mating call at a bar. She just starts.
Maybe it
flailing.
is. Maybe it is.
Yeah, she's just like, you come for the suck. You come for the suck.
What color control is that, Dill? It's blue, obviously, but I don't know what they call it in their scheme.
The thing is, my mum bought it for me, so I'm like just thinking. I had the box here a while ago, but I did a big spring clean in my room, right at the start of the year, for like the first thing that I did for 2024, and so I've moved all my boxes out of the room now, and so they're no longer here. So,
Okay.
but
It's beautiful
it's
either
good.
way. It's a very dark, like
It's nice.
royally blue. Beautiful.
Yeah. And I had to buy an extra cable with it, obviously, because for some reason Xbox wasn't selling the cable with this.
Oh, does it have the battery pack, or are you using the batteries?
It has the battery thing right there.
Oh, okay. You can
can
still
see
go
that.
buy
So
you can buy the battery
so I
packs.
can. Well, the thing is that like I don't really need to because I'm only going to use it for like PC wired, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
And you don't need to have that in order to use that.
Oh, that's new to me. All right, awesome.
Yeah.
You got any other goodies you want to share?
Well, I mean, I would try and find it in here, but I organize all my games as well on my shelf, so I don't know where everything is anymore. I got Super Mario Wonder. I got Final Fantasy 16. I got new speakers for my PC because mine were nearly 10 years old and they needed an upgrade, basically. And the sound quality for them is like pretty freaking good, even though they're only like I think 30 quid. I think they were at £30, $30, whatever you want to say.
Nice.
Clothes, lots of sweets, gift cards. I had a nice good meal, and that's really all I did on Christmas. I mean, I did work because for those that don't know, I work in a pub, and like we do open on Christmas Day, so I worked for like 5 hours.
Okay, not
as
bad.
well during the Christmas season. It was less chaotic than last year. Let's put it like that. That's
Okay,
what all I will
good.
say. And then we also exchanged gifts as well. We were Secret Santa at work and stuff like that. And well, I got this for Secret Santa.
Which one is that guy?
So he's called Satoru Gojo. He is from Jujutsu Kaisen, and he is my favorite character from that anime. Basically,
Nice. That's one of those. For the listeners out there, it is a what do they call it? Nintendroid, I think it is.
yes, with all the different arms and attachments and stuff for it. And
Yeah,
whatnot.
they're very cute. They're very
And-
like I want to say they're like in the same collectible realm as like pop figures and all that kind of stuff, but these are
Pop
far more like
Funkos.
intricate and elaborate and more expensive. I have a couple of
Yeah.
Zelda ones.
Yeah,
Pal has a cute Wonder Woman one that I bought her for her birthday one year.
oh, that's cute.
Yeah,
Aw.
so
Yeah,
they got
but yeah.
they got a whole plethora.
but yeah, I got that from. Well, the thing is, I knew immediately who my Secret Santa was when I got that gift because there's only one person in my coworkers that knows about my like love for Satoru Gojo, so I immediately sussed who it was out straight away.
Nice. That's a nice.
Yeah.
Those figures are nice. They're like really
Yeah.
intricate and nice and high quality. Zenith, did you get any goodies?
Actually, not really. Except I got a crap ton of hot chocolate. I got this stuff where it actually comes with like 9 different flavors.
Ooh.
There's a couple that are
Hey.
missing here. I think I have the hazelnut is missing.
The
I
nut
forget
is
exactly what is.
missing.
So
Zen's missing in a notch.
to kind of like keep this part brief, this is my very first Christmas I didn't spend with immediate family, so I actually spent it at my friend's place, and I was really excited about it because they have they have a 5-year-old daughter, and she's really, really adorable. So like what I ended up doing is I went there on Christmas Eve night and stayed in their very cold basement, but got to see their little one open up gifts at like 6 a.m. in the morning.
Oh,
Did
cute.
you feel like a kid all over again?
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
She was trying to make me eat like the you know that like sparkly purple Play-Doh.
Oh, yeah.
So I asked her, it's like, am I going to get sick if I eat this? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like,
yeah.
should I? But I don't have to eat this, right? And she's like, no. I'm like, so you want me to eat this? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, I think you. I think I know what you're on about. So I had to. So she basically wanted me to make it look very convincing that I actually ate it, but didn't eat it because she said that it would make me sick.
It's adorable.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That sounds fantastic.
So, yeah.
You also got a whole plethora of coffee, from what I hear. You had a whole K-cup stash, and now it's
yeah.
a bit depleted.
Yeah, I mean, I did get like a couple of gifts. Like I spent the day after Christmas, which is Boxing Day, with with my brother and his partner, and stayed there for a couple of days. Had a nice Christmas dinner. And pretty much they got me some nice comfy slippers because like my feet have been really cold here because I kind of like left my window open, and yeah. So it was different because like I only spent like maybe like an hour and a half with my parents total over the holiday, but I'm kind of glad that was that way. So yeah.
Okay, it sounds like you had a good holiday.
Very busy though, because like ooh, I'm tired.
Yeah, you're a busy working man.
Oh, and a new mug because
Yippee.
Rudolph.
And it's the perfect Christmas mug.
Mhm.
Are you picky about mugs? Before we move on to Morgan, are you picky about like your mugs, like size wise and everything?
Yes.
Okay.
I like to have it on like the largest mug, or I think like the 15-ounce mugs, because any smaller than that, if I try and brew coffee on the large setting, then the coffee is just going to spill out.
Mhm.
I like I've grown fond of the standard like donut shop, like diner coffee mug size, like that old school size. Because anything bigger, it gets cold.
Yeah.
And then anything smaller, it's not enough. But that diner like size coffee shop thing is the perfect size. It allows me to get just enough coffee in before I get a refill. Big stud gamer is what I'm reading in the chat right now. Because Dill's mug says super stud.
To be entirely honest, when I first saw that at the corner of my eye, I did not read stud. I read something self.
Well, I thought everyone would actually notice this sooner because I was drinking out of like the first 5 minutes of the podcast, and I'm just like,
What could it
Yeah, I
possibly
saw
have
that, I'm
said
like-
in your head?
I'm like, why are you drinking out of a mug? This is super stupid.
Because I am. Because I am. That's why.
No.
No, that's not the truth at all. But that
It's
is
either
hilarious.
like super stupid or super thick.
Super stupid. Why is he drinking out of that?
I'm drinking my stupid juice.
Helps me smart.
helps my brain go faster.
Morgan, how was your holiday?
My holiday was good. It was, it was a little bit more quiet this year, but I got a couple of nice things. Some things that I've been, wanting to get for a while. So like I don't know which direction I have to put. Yeah, the Korok is new,
Okay,
gift to me.
cute.
and then Claude. Eventually, like Edelgard and Dimitri are still coming in the mail.
You
for
have to
Boxing.
explain to them what those are.
Okay, well.
Gonna say,
I think
Claude?
everybody should know what like the Korok is like, right? Because
Yes,
Yeah, but Korok.
Yes,
who's
but
Claude?
not Claude.
Who's Claude?
Yeah. So like obviously it's Claude's like one of the characters from Fire Emblem Three Houses. So is
Okay.
Edelgard and Dimitri.
Obviously, right, guys?
Oh, Horny chess. Got it. Horny chess.
Yeah.
What?
And then
You ever seen that video from Brian David Gilbert when they discussed all the characters from Final Fantasy from Fire Emblem? Yeah.
No.
He bas-
think.
Yeah, he describes Fire Emblem what if chess made you horny?
Oh yes, that sounds familiar.
Yes.
Wow.
Then I got a couple of things from like Final Fantasy. I forget exactly where the Chocobo came. Obviously it's Final Fantasy, but I don't remember exactly like what part of Final Fantasy the Chocobo came from. And then obviously I've got Titus and Yuna as well that are just kind of like sitting next to each other on the shelf.
That's cute. That's
We got-
cute.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she stole my camera.
I did not steal your camera. Okay, so like the DSLR camera is not a new gift. I've actually had it for a while, but it's also an old camera at that because it came from my sister.
You're welcome.
And you're not my sister.
Are you sure about that? We haven't done a
Whoever
DNA test.
If Zenith's your sister, then whoever did the work on Zenith did a fantastic job. I'm just gonna put that out there.
No, Zenith is the prettiest woman I've ever seen.
I've never
Yay.
seen a change done so well.
He's
Shut
the
the fuck
prettiest
up.
girl at the ball.
But
We are
yeah,
allies here, and you look fantastic.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's an old camera. It was actually made in 2011, but yeah, that's what he's talking about saying is his camera.
Yeah, because she's gonna give it to me.
No, I'm not.
Sorry, you're gonna give it back to me.
No, I'm not.
You can have my old piece of shit Logitech Brio.
I mean, your
It's,
Brio
cool.
is
It's better. It's better than a webcam.
It is better than my current webcam.
Hmm.
So
we'll
give
let
me
the
the DSLR.
we'll let the lawyers hash this out in the divorce, guys. Stop fighting.
Yeah, contact your lawyers, guys. We'll
Contact-
we'll be witnesses.
Wait, people,
popcorn.
you want it would be an Oklahoma thing to be married to your sister. Anyway,
Oh shit! America.
That's a zinger. That's a zinger. That's good. Do you have anything else, Morgan, before I move on here? I'm gonna take her silence as a no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that was basically all. Well, did I get anything else? I think that was pretty much it, from what I recall.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So I have some goodies here. Pal got me a very, very nice like shaving kit with the stand and the little brush thing and the razor, and it's got like all the creams and stuff with it.
yeah, judging by the beard, I can see you've been definitely been using it.
Oh yeah, I've been utilizing it, right? It's all like down here, you know. No, I use it for like my neck and then the line and all that stuff. It's fantastic, dude. When you shave like with real like manly shaving shit, it's fucking fantastic. Let me tell you.
That's good.
So that's a beautiful kit. It's all great shave. Feels nice. She also got me this, and this is I think one of my favorite things Pal has ever given me as a gift. It's in the realm of stocking stuffer, but it is a little vacuum that's battery powered, and I have it on my desk here, and it literally sucks up all the crumbs and stuff that gets in my mouse pad.
Best gift
Ooh.
ever.
It's brilliant.
It looks cool. Also looks like a flat flashlight, but it looks really cool.
Are you judging Eric's dick size there? What the fuck?
I'm on one today.
Huh?
I think only a
Don't
pencil
worry.
can fit in there.
Yeah. Or
So
a thumb.
Zenith thinking about it actually works. That his theory works.
Yes, if you're like if you had the penis the size of a Tootsie Roll.
I mean, it's all automatic too. It's battery powered. See, here you go.
Well, there you go.
There
The
you
Super
go.
Sucker 3000.
Anyway, no, it does not look like that. You're all a bunch of perverts.
I
Hey, it's
didn't
my-
think that.
I
I had to
didn't
bring my
either.
calls.
Zenith will get a kick out of this. Pal got me this book. It is a guide to brewing and enjoying coffee.
Oh, you have my
Ooh.
attention.
And it's got like all this stuff in here, like choosing the right grinder, choosing the right ratios, like
All the
the
coffee
background,
nerds are shaking
the
right now.
background stories
Mm.
of the bean. It's got some fancy artwork in there. Look at that. This is up Zenith's alley. And I've been reading through it a little bit, and it's got good information. It's got fantastic information.
Got to.
Mm-hmm. And my brother is the king of gift givers sometimes, and he has sought out a grail for me. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a reprinted Ninja Turtles #1 from the
Ooh.
80s. So like this is the legitimate like fourth reprinting from like 84, I think it is, when Ninja Turtles was first released. It is
Cool.
not a #1 because the #1 was literally like almost $10,000.
Oh,
in first print. But this is a fourth printing, and it's legit. It's from the 80s, and it's fucking fantastic, and I'm in love with it. It's
noise.
literally one of my Grail comic books.
That is very cool.
So I appreciate this very, very much. And then in return, I thought it was funny because in return, the gift I got him, we do like a thing where we do from Santa, and it's kind of a fun thing we do in my family. And it's like supposed to be like your big gift. When he was a kid, he was into that 90s, late 90s, mid 90s Spider-Man cartoon. I think everyone watched at one point.
Yep.
And he
The
had all the
90s one, yeah.
Yeah, he had all the toys. The Carnage, the Venom, he had all these toys, right? Well, me being the bigger brother that I was back in the day, I was a dick and I literally broke his Spider-Man toys.
Wow.
Oh.
And I did not hear, like, I heard it for years. Like, as an adult, when I started working as an adult, he was like, "You're going to replace my toys, right? You're going to replace my toys you broke like 10 years ago," that kind of thing. And I'm like, yeah, I'll take care of it. Anyway, I had finally started looking, and I spent 2 years with Pow trying to find an original one in the box, but it's near impossible now. Like, it's near impossible. And if I do find one, it's insanely expensive. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. But fortunately, I forget which toy company is doing it, but they've been doing reprints and reissues of vintage 90s toys.
Okay.
So they actually did a reprinted run of the original 90s Spider-Man toys, like almost tit for tat. The only thing that's different is the logo on the box from the toy company. And I went and I got a in-box like reprint of the Spider-Man toy from the 90s, and then I wrapped that bad boy up and put a From Santa tag on it. And he was very stoked and grateful.
Good.
That's good.
I still owe him a Carnage and a Venom, apparently. So,
Ooh.
when
So
those
that's
come
one
along,
down, two to go. Got
two
it.
to go. When those come along, we will. How does karma not catch you for that one, Eric? Someone says in the chat. Oh, it caught me when I tried to get like a real one, and I was like, shit, this is expensive. They have not released Carnage or Venom yet, from what I can tell. So that's why they haven't happened yet. But yeah, those are my Christmas goodies. And I love all of it. So it sounds like you all had fantastic holidays. You all had a good time. So I appreciate hearing your stories. And if you want to share some of your stories in the chat here, feel free to do so if you're watching us. So we all had 2 months off. We all had time to play a lot of video games. Dill played a lot of video games.
All right. I'll put on some coffee. We'll be here for an hour.
We'll be here for an hour. Let me go pack an overnight bag.
Just to let you know, also, that's not the full list. There's more.
You mean to tell me on a list of 7 games, you have more?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. We are going to
Which one do you want to start with?
Okay, let's see. Here we go. Okay, so you're stoked to talk about God of War Ragnarok. You finished that bad boy?
Yes. Oh yeah, I did. I finished the main story, but apparently there is a secret ending you can get as well in
So
the
you're
game.
not done.
Well, I'm done with the main story. The secret ending is just extra content. That's it.
Okay. How did you feel about Valhalla? How did it feel?
It was really freaking good. It basically just turned the game into a roguelike game, basically, where you have to like choose your options and choose your stats and choose what like abilities you can get with each battle that you do in each level. So it basically was like Hades, but in the God of War universe, pretty much. That's what it was. And then the further you progress in each attempt you did, the more story you unlocked, and the more like of Kratos is like the reason why Kratos is doing this, it becomes apparent pretty much. So like top-notch story, roguelike, like DLC. The voice acting was phenomenal as always, and I really enjoyed it. And it took me, I think, about 5 hours plus in total to like beat the main story of the DLC and get the trophy. right?
So the DLC itself is 5 hours?
Depending on how you play it, yeah.
That's long. Is that am I tripping or is that normal now?
It's a free download. It's a free DLC.
They gave away 5 hours for free. That's nuts.
That's basically some Santa Monica's thank you to the community for like supporting the game.
This came out last year, right?
Last month.
Oh,
literally.
Well, I guess the question was God of War Ragnarok came out.
God of War
last
Ragnarok
year.
came out over a year ago. November 2022. The
Oh,
DLC
okay.
came out in December 2023, 5 days after the Game Awards, because they announced it at the Game Awards. Basically.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was in
Yeah.
the 2023 realm.
And I won't go into spoilers for like the DLC, but if you have God of War Ragnarok and you've played the main story, definitely play the DLC content. That's all I have to say.
It's on my list. It's on my list of games I should play. I didn't even finish the first game, like the 2014 one, I think it is. Is it GOW 2014?
2018.
2018.
Oh, yeah.
2018.
Because it's what was it? There was the original trilogy, which finished in 2010.
Mhm.
And then there was the Ascension game prequel, which was 2013 on the PS3 and stuff. And then 5 years it went by, and then 2018 was the new God of War game.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, interesting. So it's good. 5 hours is a
Yes.
long time, and it's free. Check
I mean,
that
it's
out.
longer than the Call of Duty campaign. That's all I have to say. And it's free.
Don't tell that to Pow. Pow's really enjoying Call of Duty.
I don't know how.
Well, I'll get into it a little bit, but
Yes.
when time rolls around here, and then I'm assuming you're getting ready for Rebirth, which I did not know was next month. You're doing Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah, this is my second playthrough of the game, pretty much.
Okay.
But I'm trying to do more in this playthrough than the first, because the first playthrough I skipped a lot of the side quest stuff. This playthrough, I'm trying to fully immerse myself in the game and do all the side quests, because in doing that, I unlocked a discovery that I didn't unlock in my first playthrough, which was quite cute. So, yeah, that's how I'm going around with this one. And I also have the intermission DLC this time as well. So once I'm done with the main story, I'm playing the intermission DLC right after that.
I have to do the intermission DLC thing.
Yeah, I've not done that yet, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just doing a recap basically of the remake, and then I'm doing intermission to prep for when Rebirth comes out in next
I was
month.
actually watching Meg play through Final Fantasy VII. She managed to finish the entire DLC in one stream.
Yeah, it's not a long DLC if I recall. The main game takes you about 20 to 30 hours, I think.
Yeah, and the DLC is like 4, something like that.
Well,
Something
if I remember right, spoiler alert, if I remember right, but you need the DLC. You have to do the DLC to get Yuffie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Yuffie is like in the DLC. She is not in the main game. Like,
No.
Did you play the original Final Fantasy VII, or anyone here?
So here's the thing: I haven't played the original Final Fantasy VII, and a buddy of mine decided to accidentally spoil what happens in the original game.
Oh no! Was it the spoiler?
The big spoiler.
Oh no!
Yeah.
No.
So I was like, and then my other buddy was like, "You motherfucker! He didn't know this." And he felt really bad about it. And I was just like, the damage is done now.
I'm assuming all of us, not necessarily in the chat here, will spare you the spoiler, but in our panel here, we've all played, well, aside from Dill. Zenith, I know you played it, right? The original Final Fantasy VII?
I haven't played it, but I've seen I was modding for my friend that played through the entire game, so I'm very well aware of what happens.
Yeah, and then Morgan, you too, right?
I have actually not played the original.
And you're not aware of the spoiler?
Mm-mm.
Good.
Oh, okay, we'll keep
Good.
our mouth shut.
She lives under a very big rock. She didn't know what a bagel was for
live
the
under
longest
the
time.
big rock that is Fire Emblem.
Well, no, this massive rock she lives under is literally bigger than my apartment, and I want to know what she pays a month for this rock.
Fingers crossed, it's a good rock.
I've never played a Final Fantasy game in my life. Demi, I would start with Final Fantasy VII.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
if she
I
lives
would
under
do
a
the
very
7.
big rock, does that make her a caveman or Cave Morgan?
Cave Morgan.
Cave Morgan.
Mhm. Yeah, but yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I've only just started it the replay through. I'm only on chapter 4 at the moment for it. So that's about, I think that's about a quarter of the way through the game.
So I highly recommend if anybody is looking to do Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, you have about 3 weeks, right?
No, you have more than that. You have until the end of February.
Okay, so you've got
Mm.
a month to go here. If you have not played
About
Final Fantasy
6
VII,
weeks.
yeah, you have about 6 weeks to get through Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I highly suggest you do because it literally sets up the
I
it
think they're doing
sets
a
up.
trilogy, right? For it, there's like 3 games.
I don't know if it's 3 games or not, but from what I hear,
I think it
Rebirth is
is.
supposed to be the second 2-disc. The original game was 3-disc.
Mm.
And then I think the Rebirth is supposed to cover the second half. Basically, the 3rd disc on the original one is like the last battle, the last segment of the game.
Right.
And a majority of your
okay.
work is on disc 2.
Yeah, it was
Right.
kind of similar with Final Fantasy VIII, where like all of Disc 8 was pretty much like the final battle and like everything that's like at the very end of the game, like in like a post game phase.
Yeah.
It's kind of insane that because of how like technology was back then, the game was so big it required 2 discs.
It was
Yeah.
3.
Oh,
It was,
three,
And
whatever,
8
whatever it was.
in Final Fantasy 8 was 4 discs.
Yeah, 8 was 4.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
How
Well,
many
they
was,
didn't
Fi-
have PlayStation 1. There was no DVD disc yet.
No.
So
Yeah.
we're still stuck with multiple CDs back in the late 90s.
Okay.
Chrono Cross was 2
how
discs?
how many
What the
discs
fuck?
was there for Final Fantasy 9?
9 was 4 also, I think.
Okay. Yeah, and then Final Fantasy 10 was just one single disc, but that's
Right,
because
'cause
like
that
they
is
upgraded to
PlayStation 2.
Mhm.
Yeah, DVD discs.
Final Fantasy 9 is 4 disc. So at that point, after that, then we got to Final Fantasy 10, which was PlayStation 2, which was on a DVD disc.
Which made things a lot easier.
Yeah, it made them things a lot easier. And then, 8 was 4, and then 7 was 3 disc, and then 6 was a Super Nintendo cartridge. So definitely go play through Final Fantasy 7 remake if you have the time. I would go play through Final Fantasy 7 on PlayStation if you are inclined to. Because
Well, I've also got the Crisis Core game as well that I want to play, but I've been told that I should not play that until after Rebirth comes out potentially.
Yeah, because I think it has like a
Yes.
lot of
Yeah.
things that are like in Final Fantasy 7 that you
Yeah.
don't want to like have that spoiled first, right?
Yeah. So I have to like wait until after Rebirth comes out, and then
Wait till
whatever
after
else comes
Rebirth.
out after that,
Yeah.
who knows?
And also, if you are one of those ones that has not played Final Fantasy 7 yet, do not go searching on like Twitter or YouTube or anything
Yeah.
like that. You are going to get spoiled, and that
Or
spoil.
like if you have a friend who has a big fan of the series, tell them to shut the fuck up.
you will literally, it'll be a spoiler that may spoil your experience for the rest of the game. That's
Mhm,
how
mhm.
serious the spoiler is. That's why I say it's the spoiler. But
Yes.
go play Final Fantasy 7. It's one of the best games ever made. Some people hate it, some people love it, but the majority do.
I really liked it. I like the
Yeah.
remake. Anyway,
Its remake's fucking fantastic.
Tifa for life.
Beautiful. Yeah, do not watch Final Fantasy 7 playthroughs on Twitch. Do not do it.
No.
Go play it.
Yes.
Mhm.
Anyway, that's about one.
What else do we got here? Dill's
Ask
got
me
a
the
whole
next one.
Dill's got a whole note. Let's see. Oh, Dill's got some I don't know why he's torturing himself with this, but he's playing more Pokemon Violet DLC.
Actually, Indigo Disc, I gave it a 7 out of 10. It's actually better than Teal Mask. Like,
Oh my god, it's decent.
it's decent.
That's a
yeah.
big step for
So-
Pokemon.
The pros on Indigo Disc, the battles are a lot better and there are a lot more of them. They're double battles as well, so you have to work around double battle mechanics and combos, which was a bit of a challenge. They have their own Elite Four as well in this DLC, and they actually are a challenge. Like, I legit nearly lost like multiple times to multiple of them. Like, nearly
lost.
Yeah, nearly lost. Like, nearly lost my entire team at one point. In fact, the final boss fight, I nearly lost out because I made mistakes, but I just managed to scrape a victory out of it from like on my last Pokemon, which was quite intense. And then like the final fight was pretty fun and challenging as well. I think the new legendary was absolutely adorable and insanely broken as well, because this DLC introduced a brand new type via the Terra Rare typing called Stellar type, which is kind of a confusing type because it indicates that Stellar type can be any type on the Pokemon charts, but it doesn't turn the Pokemon into any type. It allows the Pokemon to use any moves at max Terra power, basically, increasing any moves that they have to max power, pretty much. Like, that's basically what it does. But I thought at one point the Stellar type was going to change the typing to whatever it's strong against your Pokemon, which would have been insanely broken. Like, but no, it's not as broken as I thought it would be, honestly. But yeah, that DLC, I actually enjoyed it. I still haven't beaten the decks for it as well, for the DLC, and we're gonna get to the cons now of why. So the game still looks like a piece of shit half the time.
Still runs like shit.
It still runs like shit. There's this new mechanic as well where you can actually fly using the Ride Pokemon that you have. So you can actually fly around, and it just shows how much more broken the map is when you're flying, because there's lots of like stuff that cuts in and out. Textures look all awful, and like it just like it's cool that they have this mechanic now because you can use it in like the DLC and in the main game, which makes traversing a lot easier. But at the same time, it shows how like awful that it does look, basically. And another annoying thing about the DLC as well, it has its own currency system called Blueberry Points, which you have to use in order to unlock the rest of the Pokemon in the Pokedex. In order to unlock more Pokemon, specifically the starter Pokemon, you can get all the starter Pokemon basically from Gen 1 to Gen 8 in the DLC, but you have to spend these points in order to unlock them, and you have to get like 3,000 points per mission. And I've only done one of them so far because it's so tedious to get all these points.
Are you sure this is deserving 7? Because like I'm like, this is more like a 4 to me.
It's why it's a 7, because like I had a lot more fun with this one, but it doesn't mean it's like perfect. It doesn't mean it's perfect to me. Like I give it a 7 out of 10. I know.
Yeah. If I can say though, with Scarlet and Violet, and the fact that like the DLCs haven't really done much to improve it.
Yeah.
Like this, like Scarlet and Violet might be my last Pokemon game for like a while.
I don't blame you. I actually don't blame you. I don't blame anyone for giving up after that. I don't blame anyone for wanting to go to fan-made games, honestly, after Scarlet and Violet, because there are plenty of fan-made games out there that, like...
Yeah. And there's not as lot of challenges you can do, too, to, like, you know, make it more interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, there are. I mean... Let's go off a little bit off topic. There's this Pokemon-like game, like a Pokemon ripoff game that's coming out like next week that I kind of want to play called Pal Worlds. I don't know if anyone's seen the trailer for it. It's basically Pokemon but with guns.
What? Wait, what's spell this out for me. Spell this out for me.
Just type in Pal Worlds.
No, like spell it out because I'm hearing Pal.
P-A-L.
Did I hear Pokemon with guns and knives?
Yeah,
I'm ready. I'm ready.
And the funny, yeah. And you know what the funniest thing is? Xbox recently acquired access to it. It's on the Game Pass next week, so you can play it through Xbox Game Pass.
Okay, I'm sorry, but you guys have to see this. This looks like the greatest shit I've ever seen.
It's so funny.
Okay,
It
hold
looks
on,
so
hold on, hold
cool, like insane.
Hold on.
Yeah,
a
it's coming out
second
next
here.
week, and I'm gonna probably play it because I want to see what it's fucking like. It's so like bizarre, but I'm so intrigued, and I feel like I have to play it.
Guys, look at
Oh,
look at this here. This is fucking.
Professionalism at its
graph.
finest.
Here we
And
go.
while you're doing that, I'm getting a drink. My throat's starting to close on me.
Okay, right. We're looking at this. It looks beautiful, right?
Yeah,
Are we sure we're allowed to play this?
Power World. Oh yeah, you're allowed. It's literally a game. There you go, guns.
All right, so I'm. You just. Your arms are so thick. What the hell?
Yeah,
You could turn them into slaves.
yeah, yeah.
Oh wow!
Look at this shit.
I'm not making this shit
Pikachu,
up.
pick up this AR-15.
Oh my god.
Make me a necklace and a coffee, and help me shoot Charizard. And
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is Pal World coming to Xbox in 2024.
Literally next week it comes out. Like next Friday, I think it comes out. I'm playing it. I need to know. I need to know what this thing is. Yeah, the missing third game in the Gen 8, Pokemon Gun.
Why is Nintendo not doing this?
Why? I'm wondering why Nintendo's not suing, honestly, because I feel like Nintendo could probably sue if they wanted to.
Well, okay,
I mean,
okay.
Maybe eventually they might.
Well, on what grounds?
Good question.
Of all the years we've had, like, what is it? Of all the years we've had, like, Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And all this stuff, why did Nintendo not sue then? What makes this?
Oh, apparently, Chibi said apparently they might have tried and failed.
Well, yeah, because there's no
Maybe not a
copyright
strong enough
on a.
likeness.
There's not
Yeah.
there's no copyright on a game where you can collect creatures and
Yeah, 'cause,
use
like,
them in battle.
Because back when Pokemon came out, like there was like quite a few games that came out, like think Monster Rancher, Dragon Quest. They came out with their own game that where you have to collect monsters, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's
It
fair.
might have been like because it's not established that there's enough of a likeness for them to be able to sue and
Right.
successfully
Now,
win.
if there
I
was
mean,
literally
you don't see Pikachu like robbing the store,
yeah,
and you don't
like,
see
Well,
like
I don't know. The anime
um,
might have that.
Yeah, and you don't
Well-
see Professor Oak running his own like Pokemon slave trade.
right.
So-
Seriously,
How do you know
it's
he's not
like,
doing that back at the lab?
I mean, it's not like Pikachu's out there looking like Gizmo with the bow and arrow and the Rambo bandana.
Not yet. Not yet. Could happen. Gen 10 still gonna come. Gen
I
10
am
will
going
have
to-
that.
Rambo's the new Rhyhorn evolution.
Okay, how much is this? How much is this game?
I mean, if you got the Game Pass, it's free.
Do I have to pay $10 for Steam Pass or Game Pass, whatever the hell it is?
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Let me see here. Pal World. Is it on Steam? Oh, it's on Steam, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, it's on Steam.
Let's see here.
I like that. Apparently, it's banned in certain countries due to weapons of mass destruction.
Pikachu's gonna send you all to hell.
I'm
This is
curious.
amazing.
Please tell me it's a dictator country, because like that'll be so ironic.
That's amazing. I'm going to dive into this. You will see me on
I'm
the
gonna
next pod.
I'm diving into this next week. I need
Yeah.
to know.
Why am I going to waste my time on Pokemon on Game Boy and all that stuff when I can be playing this?
Yes. All right. So yeah, that was Indigo Disc. It didn't feature any weapons of mass destruction, but I gave it a 7 out of 10.
I give Pal 10 out of 10.
Of course, Morgan.
Yeah. And then the next bit of content from it was the last bit of the DLC, because I don't know why they split the DLC into 3 parts, but they did. The DLC epilogue, Mochi Madness, which was basically them introducing the mythical Pokemon for the game, pretty much. And it was pretty crazy, not gonna lie. Because, like, what this Pokemon it does is it basically takes control of its victims and makes them do the chicken dance.
Nice. Okay, that's
Yeah.
unique. That's special.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like the game
Yeah.
has a bunch of other problems, but I mean, as long as we got chicken dance and Pokemon.
Chicken dance Pokemon.
It's
I was
fixed the frames per second, guys. You won't know when
That's
you're
how
doing
you
the
fix
chicken
the
dance.
frames. You just do chicken dance, and then there you go. Because it looked a lot better, honestly. That's all I have to say.
My
Looked a lot
lord.
better the chicken dance.
I mean, this is literally like we're mocking this. Like, I know Dill is a huge fan of this franchise, and I know he loves this franchise to death, and he's the resident Pokemon expert on this podcast. But I mean, I'm sorry, but these games are getting pretty bad.
They are. They are.
These are dark
I mean,
times for
The
Ash
game
and his
was given
crew.
to me for free, and I could have just saved myself so much money by just like getting the DLC, and this would be like the only thing I buy. But no, I immediately traded in when I was done, maximize trade value, and I'm not bringing my, and I'm not subjecting my beautiful team of flamingos to whatever this DLC is.
I mean, I've put now over 120 hours into Pokemon Violet. Like, because of like, you know, main game DLC content, dex grinding, Terra Raid stuff for like exclusive Pokemon. I'm still trying to beat the dex in like the DLC as well, and it's a pain in the ass. So
You know, I would have walked away, right? I would have got up and walked away and been like, "Yeah, I'm done."
Oh,
Sorry.
I've been tempted to. Don't get me wrong, I've been tempted to. That's why I returned to Storm Silver recently, because I was getting kind of bored.
You're a loyal one.
I know. I'm just ignorant.
That's Pokemon DLC. That's Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's God of War Ragnarok Valhalla.
Yeah.
Dill had a very, very productive holiday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And next pod, you'll get the honorable mentions that did not make his list for the holiday.
Poor Mega Man. He rests in peace to him.
Peace to him. Morgan,
Mm-hmm.
you played some Baldur's Gate 3. Now, I'm assuming you're playing with Zenith because you both have it on your form here. Is that
No, I mean, I have played it with him like a couple of times, and then like in a group, and then I've got
Morgan?
my own solo play. What?
So, Morgan is playing a warrior character,
okay?
and she decided to subclass sorcerer partway through, when we clearly need more physical DPS, because we already have 2 magic casters or 2 range characters. But you want whatever. So I'm a paladin, and I am a very good paladin. So I take over the other playable characters, and I try and my back is still really sore carrying this entire party. But and then, so when you level up in the game, you get something called, so I'm not going to spoil, but you get something called feat. So this you get
you don't have those already?
This game gets kinkier every time I hear about it.
FEAT, a feat.
Oh.
It's a new ability.
Oh, the measurement. Okay.
I thought it was getting kinkier, like you're banging bears, and now
So
you're getting
you
feet as currency. Like
The
it's
foot
getting
fetish
wild.
is unlocked in Baldur's Gate 3, everyone.
She's dying.
Oh, the whole chat sees it. I'm glad I remembered the spotlight segment now. I'm sorry, Dill. I forgot the spotlight for you, but I got it here.
Yeah, you're right.
Do go on.
You okay?
So
Morgan?
yeah, so she had the option to do something kind of warrior centric. Why am I not in the shot? Why am I off to the side? Do I have to go,
Because
like,
you're-
over here?
Over. Yeah.
No, you here.
No,
I'll
I
fix
think you
it.
went the
I'll
wrong
fix
way.
it. I'll fix
All
it.
right, I'm just gonna talk from here. Hello, guys. I'm still here.
Hi.
I have
So-
fixed it. Hold on.
Why is Zen just suddenly in the corner?
There, he's right
He's
there.
in timeout.
He's in timeout.
Ah,
There
he's
he
in
is.
the
So,
horny corner. Got it.
So she could have gone with an ability for, like, say, because she uses like great weapons. She could have gone something that was more focused towards a sorcerer. But instead, she's like, I want to add this druid subclass thing. Like, we don't need a druid. We don't need extra healing. I
Okay,
am
as-
healing you guys.
As someone
just
who
fine.
is unfamiliar with Baldur's Gate 3, why do you not need more?
because we already have a cleric and we already have a paladin.
So,
And we are doing just fine keeping the party alive. And she wanted to go with the druid subclass, and
why
like
not?
that, the benefit, she doesn't have a single healing spell.
why not more? Why not more though?
No,
More
but like
magic.
doing this, she like it would actually give her zero benefit. She would not. It'd be
But
like,
magic.
hey,
You know
plus
what? Okay.
plus
you know
5
what?
to like healing,
You know what? Let's hear
and
Morgan's
she doesn't
side
have
of the
any
story.
like. Sorry, what?
Let's hear Morgan's side of the story.
Yeah, let's hear
because-
Morgan. What does
let's hear
Morgan have to
Morgan's
say about
perspective.
this?
Yeah, what does Morgan have to say
Yeah.
about this?
Yeah, okay. Let the poopy Baldur's Gate player play.
Wow, you are fucking bitter.
Wow. This is what happens
She's
when you put
back.
200 hours in
He's always
Baldur's Gate
mean
3.
Yeah, it's just like it wasn't actually like a subclass. It wouldn't have been adding an additional class on there. It's just that it would have been giving me an ability from that class.
You don't need to heal.
You're right. Who needs to be living? Am I right?
Yeah, no. Isn't
Well,
there,
that
isn't there
explains
a
why you die all the
necromancer?
time. Why I keep bringing you back.
I don't die all the time. I brought you back plenty of times.
And that's because I'm going out there doing all your hard work because I'm the only melee character.
But yeah,
You
the
guys sound like a goddamn married couple.
Don't we all know it?
I think we kind of like bicker like siblings sometimes.
A little bit, yeah.
You bicker like fucking husband and wife. I'm being honest with you here. This literally sounds like some take the trash out now before I beat your ass type of like discussion.
Ooh.
But-
You know, if you could, we're taking the trash out. I gotta put Morgan out on the street.
wow.
Oh, I got snipper for
Oh
you.
god,
Oh,
she got the chinka.
Chocolate. She got the chocolate, bruh.
I'll
Everyone
send you to
run.
Jesus.
Zenith, what are those things?
Oh my god.
Slippers.
I can get involved too. Hiya!
Do you have hospital slippers?
The slipper socks, actually.
All right. I'm gonna get in on this game too. Hold on. I got all you guys beat. Okay, I got all you guys beat. Fucking Aldi slipper, bitch.
Oh my god, he's got the Audi slippers.
It's so
Jesus
blue. and-
Christ.
What the hell?
Did
Yeah, I
you
love
do
those.
you,
They're bright
like-
blue?
Skin
Dude.
Bluey from Blue's Clues and
I
wear
was
them on your
gonna
feet?
say
No,
the
bro,
Quick
it's
Monster, but
Aldi.
you know, okay. That works.
It's Aldi.
He
You
skinned
don't know
Aldi.
You don't know Aldi?
The supermarket or the supermarket, yeah.
You know what? These things are so comfortable. They were only $5 when I was getting my groceries. I picked them up. They were $5, and you know what? They have soothed my feet pain to wonderful levels.
Good.
You know, so I don't. We're not even gonna get into those things you whipped out, Zenith. Those things look like they were trudged through mud and dog shit.
Oh Jesus.
I don't know how I went from Baldur's Gate to slipper.
We slipped
Yes,
on about
really
the slipper.
quickly.
Yeah. Talk about. Okay, so Morgan, you may continue talking about how
Yeah,
bad you are. At
Sounds like
Baldur's
good
Gate.
friends, good games.
Good
Just
friends,
whip out the
bad
slipper.
gamer.
Yeah.
Good friends, questionable gamer.
But yeah, the one of the other feats that I was looking at is if like we might have wanted to do something with talk to animals or something like that. So it's like I was just basically like looking through it to try to see what feat I wanted to pick for that level up.
I have like
Not-
5 talking to animal potions. If you don't need that ability, and knowing that my
Let
character
the
can naturally
woman
do
play
it.
the game.
Yeah. It's supposed to be
I'm
played
so
how she wants.
baffled by your decision
Then-
making.
Then
You're gonna
it's
get us
supposed to be
canceled.
played how she wants to play it. That's what Baldur's Gate 3 is all about.
Oh, I'm
Zenith's
gonna have
get
to
us-
kill her off, guys.
Zenith's gonna get us canceled. Because we're gonna get
Yeah.
associated with it with his misogynistic attitude about this video game.
Yeah, I was looking through like all the feats that I could, choose from whatnot. He's like telling me, hurry up.
Oh my god, he's also impatient. What the fuck? Jesus Christ, then. Why are you so impatient with her?
I take it you're
That's
all
what he
having
said.
fun during this whole thing, right? Like you're
I
actually
hope
having
so.
fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say like
Yeah, I mean, like occasionally, and like what I think when she does like really baffling decisions, like she'll see that like I hit F5, which it does autosave, and then she like ends like a conversation, and there's like a powder of a barrel of gunpowder right next to her, and then I blow it up right in front of her face and watch her go flying across the room, and it's great.
Yeah, I think he's done that a few times.
That's not nice.
That's just mean.
That's just
I mean,
mean.
I reload the save afterwards because
Yeah, but
So you
why
could do it
doesn't
again?
She get a turn. She doesn't. Why doesn't Morgan get a turn doing that though? To you,
I think I'm too nice.
it should be less nice to him then.
Okay, so since we're talking about Morgan's playthrough here, why do you put up with this man?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess there's just I don't know. I guess he's got some sort of a charm or something. Like, okay, you can blow me up and I'll still play with you anyway.
what?
I have
No,
idea.
it's dirty. That's disgusting.
No, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, he must be nice. Blow me up. Excuse me.
We were talking about barrels just before then. That's clearly what I was talking about.
You said my desk vacuum looked like a fleshlight, you pervert.
See? Exactly.
Oh, the nut button's back.
Anyway.
Damn it. A worst decision in my life. Yo, hey, have Morgan fill in for Everest. It'll be good. Fucking train wreck. Baldur's Train Wreck 3 is what this is.
I'm just simulating what's happening in the podcast right now, JB.
Oh my God.
Don't shoot the messenger.
This episode's been a disaster. I'm crying.
So right.
It's all right. We're all getting back into the swing of things. It's the new year. Everest would have left by
Oh,
now.
I got
She would have
alcohol.
Everest would have left the podcast
the
completely by
podcast.
this point.
she would have just dropped off like the call.
Yeah. I hope she's not here.
Unbelievable.
Anyway, Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
You know
Are
what?
you in-
You know what? We're gonna have to come back to Baldur's Gate 3 in a minute here because we got to talk
Yeah,
to Zenith. But let's go to Assassin's Creed. How about we talk about Assassin's Creed more? Hopefully
Yes,
Zenith
which
has nothing to do
Assassin's
with
Creed?
this.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed game are you enjoying there, Morgan?
So I finished a playthrough of the first Assassin's Creed because I've played this game
Oh,
like
yeah.
millions and millions of times back when it first released, and then like
Why?
I started a playthrough of it. Like, I really love the first
What?
game.
What? Who said why? What?
The
Eric-
first one is awful.
What? Everyone's got to start somewhere, and that's basically what Ubisoft did with
Morgan
Assassin's
has a
Creed.
very specific reason about.
Okay, I'm gonna reserve my
why.
judgment. I'm gonna reserve my judgment. Let me go ahead and hear Morgan's
Yeah.
story.
Wait,
Yeah,
now I'm
it's bowling.
now I'm confused why Zen said that.
Yeah. Also, Morgan was not the person that put that on that list. I did it for her.
Oh,
I was
Zen's
wondering
the
who put
reason
that on
then.
there, and I had a feeling it was him.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Okay,
So
you're playing
Zen's trying to
Assassin's
make you
Creed
play him.
apparently. According to
Yeah,
Zen, you're
this-
playing Assassin's Creed.
I mean, I did recently. I was actually finishing up my playthrough of it because I started it back in like 2021, and then like I had a couple of big hiatuses, so I wasn't really able to finish a lot of games. So I went ahead and I finished it on stream recently, and something really big and disastrous would happen like literally every stream.
The Assassin's Creed curse?
Do what?
Sounds like an Assassin's Creed curse.
It's more like whenever like I encounter like a big group of guards, I don't know, I get in trouble pretty frequently, I guess.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, it's-
most
You're supposed
recently
to-
yeah, go ahead.
No, you go.
Most recently I apparently everybody found out recently that I guess I'm kind of evil because there's like a whenever like you go into like Jerusalem when you're going towards the city and whatnot, there's a big crowd of people that are walking up the hill from Jerusalem.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And I'm on horseback. I
Oh,
could probably go
no.
around them, but I decided not to. And then like everybody's asking me everyone's asking me what's wrong with you? Why are you running over these people? And I said that like they just look like bowling pins to me.
Their
The
Congo
intrusive force
line.
takes over.
What is wrong with you?
Doesn't the game disconnect you if you kill too many civilians as well?
They didn't die. That's the thing. They just
Okay.
they got kind of like pushed out of the
Gonna
way, I guess
say.
you could
Their
say.
day just got wrecked. That's all.
It doesn't affect history if it just breaks all the ribs, right?
Yeah. Which, to be fair, back in that day, a broken rib would probably lead to death anyway. So
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. So it ended up coming up as like we're talking about like D&D alignments and stuff like that, and I was like, well, I guess this makes me chaotic and neutral.
yeah, or evil.
Yeah. That was kind of evil.
I don't think there's anything neutral about going around and running people over with a horse, Morgan. I'm pretty sure that's
I mean,
that's
to be
pretty
fair,
evil.
then what's not evil about you blowing Morgan up in Baldur's Gate 3?
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Yeah.
chaotic neutral because I'm doing the world a favor.
Oh, in your mind, yes. The villain always thinks they're doing right there.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's like, wait, hey, how are you doing the world a favor? Because like whenever he's
Yeah.
like near death, I'll actually purposefully put myself between him and the enemy so that the enemy hits me instead of him, so he doesn't die.
Yeah. Ah.
I'm starting to think Zenith ain't a very nice guy. Like, I'm just...
Oh, he's basically the secret evil guy who will act nice, but then when you actually are friends with him, he will
you
treat
think
you
you
like
know
shit.
people. You think you know
Yeah.
people until you play games with them.
He will burn you to the ground and back again.
I mean, Evers did play what is it? Overcooked 2 with me, and she
Oh God.
saw
Oh,
my
God.
inner Gordon Ramsay. So
yeah, Morgan told us about your inner Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, he was yelling a lot, like at
Uh-huh.
all of us.
So my
Where are you?
recommendation in this whole thing is just put Assassin's Creed away and just go play Assassin's Creed 2.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I
I
played
mean,
that one also. I do the same thing
Yeah.
in there pretty much.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
if she's played Assassin's Creed, she's definitely played Assassin's Creed 2 because you definitely play Assassin's Creed 2 after playing Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I
Yeah.
played 1, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations,
Mhm,
3,
mhm.
Black Flag.
Yep.
Was it Syndicate
Mhm.
and part of Origins and part of Odyssey so far.
That's
Unity?
a
No
lot of damn
Unity?
Assassin's Creed.
What
You
about
never play
Odyssey?
Unity?
No, I actually never got Unity. I just ended up getting Syndicate, I think, afterwards. I forget.
Did you play Rogue?
No.
Oh, you should play Rogue. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I should probably look into like some of them because I did miss a couple over the years.
Like
Yeah.
2 of them. You played all the other damn ones.
Well, yeah, and there's a lot of like side ones as well that you can play too. But then the mainline ones, there's like 1, 2, Brotherhood Revelations, 3, 4. Unity and Rogue were released on the same day because they, for some reason, they released one on previous gen, one on current gen. Syndicate, then it went to Origins, then Odyssey, and now Valhalla.
Oh, I didn't
Um,
actually end up getting a Valhalla either, but I do have Mirage and I didn't start that one yet.
Isn't
Mirage
there
as well,
one-
yeah.
Isn't one supposed to be going to like China or Japan or something like that?
Yeah. There's a game they're working on. I think they call it it's codename Red or something like that. That's the
Mm.
one that's going to be in China.
that was
the
a
one I
codename
wanna
Jade.
Jade, that's the one.
play. Okay, cool.
Oh, I did forget one also. There was Altair's Chronicles as well for the
Oh yeah,
DS. Or DS
Yeah.
Lite or
There's
something, I
one on the
think.
DS?
there's one on the DS. Yes.
God, Jesus Christ, man, the game's everywhere.
Mhm. Well, to be
mean-
fair, it was during the hype of DS era, wasn't it? So
I mean,
big
they do
boom.
spurn one every like 4 months, right?
Yeah, something
Pretty
like that.
much now, yeah.
And if you think about it, as crazy it is, before we move on here, you think about it as crazy as it is, they almost can never run out of material because there's constantly something that's going to make history and they'll just make a game out of
True.
it.
True.
Mhm.
It's pretty wild. How come Assassin's Creed hasn't gone in the future yet, though? That's what I want to know.
That's what I've been saying
Yeah.
for years.
Yeah, Assassin's
wanna
Creed
go-
where
I
you
wanna
just
go
try and like
do-
assassinate Elon Musk.
I want to do wild shit. I want
Yeah.
to go like stop 9/11 and all that stuff in an Assassin's Creed.
I want to
game. Let me
kill
make
Elon
that
Musk.
happen.
Kill.
Do
Mhm.
not say that, please, Dill, on a podcast. That is not a
I
good
want-
thing to say.
I want to unalive Elon Musk.
Jesus Christ. Twitter.com. Good People GP Media Group. There you go.
Hi, Elon.
Hey, Twitter.
Hey, Twitter.
Hello.
X.
Disclaimer: I'm not
I-
associated with any of these people.
we
I
would
was just
never
invited on.
X-
I refuse to go
You
on
would never
X's Twitter.
X Mr. Musk.
You know,
He may be
Morgan's gonna have to like
smelly.
approve this episode before we upload it, right?
So Musk might be
Just
smelly, but it's
Edit
maybe
this bit
because
out.
of his
Just edit
corpse
this bit out. Just
decomposing.
take this
but we
bit
don't
out and
talk
just
about
chunk
that
it,
here.
and then there you go. You're good.
Well, onto a game that's definitely better than Assassin's Creed. What's up with Kirby Superstar?
Oh yeah.
So, I only just recently kind of got started into Superstar. This because like I've seen Zen play it a few times on stream, so I kind of gave it a shot. I've never really properly played any Kirby games before, so I just kind of started with Superstar, and like I played through part of it recently, but like I didn't get to Revenge of Meta Knight until like the last time that I had streamed. So like that's the first time that I played it, but it was a lot
Well,
of fun playing
yeah.
playing it.
Are you gonna go back to it? You gonna see it through, or
I mean, yeah, I might, because like I think I want to get like more practice and actually get better at it. Oh, I completely forgot to add Donkey Kong to the list. Oh well.
Donkey
Oh, well.
Kong? What? Like 1985 Donkey Kong?
No, she played the which one was it? Donkey Club one? What's it called?
Donkey
Donkey
Konga?
Kong Country.
Club.
Donkey Konga.
Konga.
With the you just see Morgan on stream hitting the congas.
No, it's wait, give me a nat and I'll do it for you. I'll just do this again.
So you have played Donkey Konga?
Yippee!
Yeah, earlier today.
That's what, for real?
No, I was just saying
Oh.
that because like the gnat earlier.
Yeah, the gnat. Oh yeah, that's right. The attack on your
Donkey
homestead.
Nat.
Yeah.
Donkey Konga is GameCube's masterpiece. Let's just put that way. Forget Twilight
Mhm.
Princess. Forget, forget all that. Zenith just looks fucking depressed at what we're saying right
I was like,
now.
what is that face
No.
that he's making? He's making like a Terminator face.
No,
He's like,
I was
so
actually taking a look at
confused.
something. So no worries.
oh, okay.
How much is Donkey Konga on eBay right now?
How much can I get it for the stream?
Nope, I was just
Donkey
looking at
Konga
something money-wise.
randomizer.
Oh my god! Imagine. Oh, Donkey Kong randomizer where every time you press the bongo, it changes somehow. Boom. Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
All right, that's
Mhm.
Baldur's Gate 3. That's something of Baldur's Gate 3. We got
Nah, I wasn't.
Assassin's Creed and Kirby Superstar.
Mhm.
I'm gonna fucking regret this, but Zenith, tell me more about Baldur's
no.
Gate 3.
No, we can skip that. We're already fully
Do
aware
you have
of what
anything
we think
to add
of
about
that.
Baldur's Gate 3 that is not insulting to Morgan?
You see, me and my beautiful wife Shadowheart.
Okay.
She's very beautiful.
Is that the
and,
flame girl? The one with
I
the
guess I have
horns?
to include Astarion because I don't trust Morgan's decision making as Astarion, so I usually
enough.
it's like, all right, I'm controlling the other computer players now. you've been deregulated. You go to the lower control Baldur's Gate leagues. And but finally I've beaten Act 2 and making some
Cool.
good progress. But at the same time, though, like I've been like pumping like a lot of time into it. Well, somewhat, because like obviously like I've been like really busy. I've got like a lot going on, and as well as like a lot of like behind the scenes stuff, especially as of late. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and even though this little stinkus doesn't quite know what she's doing sometimes, and using weapons where it's like, why are you only doing 2 damage when I'm doing like 40 out here?
I did more than that a few times. I got crits that like took out half their health.
That was a crit. That was a crit. I'm doing it's usually 30 damage sometimes without a crit.
I kind of got screwed doing like the dual class, I think.
Yeah, you need to respect because good lord. But anyways, yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and so the question I want to ask is, have you guys gotten to play Baldur's Gate in your off time? And I know Morgan has, but I meant like
No,
till Eric.
I'm too distracted by all the games right now.
but okay. So first things first, I got a little surprise for you, Xena specifically. And you can't say no because I'm in charge. Morgan will be joining us on the next Baldur's Gate 3 stream.
Oh.
I did not know this.
Well, Merry Christmas, Morgan.
Yippee!
Merry Christmas, Zenith. That's a belated gift to you all.
He looks so unhappy.
Are you gonna quit? Are you gonna quit? You gonna take back what
It's
you said
time
earlier?
to
Like, I can't
cause
quit.
Mayhem.
He's gonna take it back. I can't quit. I love it
Okay.
here too much. I look forward to this. Well, nope. Now you're
Please allow me to assassinate her every once in a while.
No, I will defend her. I will jump in the way of those blasts if you do that.
Okay, fine. I won't do that.
So Morgan is officially invited to the next online playthrough, which we will probably schedule for this month.
Yeah.
Aw,
But
thank you.
off time wise, I have not touched Baldur's Gate 3. It is on my list, but I will get to that
Yeah, same.
shortly after we get through our gaming discussions here and we talk about next or this year, quote unquote.
I'm hoping that I can play it sometime this year, but we'll see what comes out this year.
So my
basically.
question is, Zenith, you've got through Act 2. How many hours do you have in your playthrough? Because I'm assuming it tells you.
I think I've got like in this one playthrough that I'm currently doing with Morgan, I think I've got about 120 hours, something like that.
Holy shit! This game is huge.
Okay.
It's huge, and not only that, I think I did one thing where I'm just like, oh no, I need to go back here on a different playthrough and completely redo all of this because something happened that I am not okay with.
Oh.
Because your decisions really do matter.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going to spoil, but Morgan knows where we're just like, oh no, this is bad.
We'll find out. But yes, it's on my list of things to do. That's why I'm trying to gauge the playtime because there's a lot of big stuff I want to get done this year. But we'll talk about some more of that in a bit. But yeah, anything else on Baldur's Gate 3? Now that I've wrecked your weekend by telling you Morgan's joining us.
Nope. It's been lots of fun. I've been having a great time. I just kind of wish that I could just stop running to like bugs because like we've been experiencing this one bug where we're about to go fight a boss or we just finished doing a battle and then something would happen, our game would either crash or I'm not able to like, or the cutscene would freeze and we're not able to do anything. It's been kind of frustrating. But at the same time though, like they're constantly updating it, like they've been constantly been adding like new content as well.
It's very well like maintained game.
Yes,
the team truly does. Congratulations to excuse me, what's the name again? I skipped my head for all
Larian Studios.
Thank you. Congratulations to Larian Studios for such an accomplishment in gaming. It is a fantastic game. My only real experience is when I played on the stream with everybody here, but that experience alone was worth the deeper dive.
It was
that was
fun.
a fantastic experience. I'll be diving into it more this year. But on that note here, let's see. This I do want to hear about. How is the Super Mario RPG, remastered, remake? Is it remake or remaster?
Oh, you want to talk about the Super Mario RPG? Okay. So it's been good. I haven't finished it just yet. And the reason why I've just been like so busy with like a lot of things that I didn't really get to discuss much with well, sorry, like I haven't been able to like put a whole lot of time into it. I did get like a decent amount of hours in around the holidays, but I still got some time. But I've just been so busy with like a whole bunch of other stuff, and honestly I've actually been putting more time into like the Kirby Hardcore and Nuzlocke in it. But yeah, I just figured I'd just put that on there because I was like, hey, I played it, didn't finish it, but I'm working on it.
Okay, let's move on to Kirby then. Let's do the I got it for Christmas and I'm like waiting to see how it fares versus the original. But
honestly though, like the graphics are great. It is pretty much like like I've actually been like avoiding battles so I can kind of be under leveled, and there was one battle where I was kind of like, whoo, this is actually kind of spicy.
Yeah,
because the game's pretty easy.
Is
I
it
think.
untouched? I guess my question is it basically untouched aside from the graphical revamps?
No.
Ah,
Now the thing is, so the things that do touch, actually, I like, and the
Okay.
reason being is, should I mention? I mean, it's not a spoiler, but it's something different. So in the game, you actually get to. So in Super Mario RPG, once you have, like in the original, once you have your 3 characters, like whether it's like Mario, Bowser, and Geno,
right.
you wouldn't touch the other characters. You just go off with them and just do whatever. But in this game, you actually get to experiment a little bit because you get the option to swap party members in mid battle,
Okay.
and that I love.
Okay, that like changes the whole dynamic of the game.
Yeah,
to
it's
an
a game
extent.
changer.
That is rad.
Okay.
Okay, say no more. We'll have more to report on Super Mario RPG once we finish up.
How far are you?
I haven't even started yet because I've been devoting time to the stuff in my list here. But
Also,
let's
you're
hear
still
about
on Morgan,
this.
by the way.
Oh shit, am I still on Morgan? Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
You keep forgetting that, don't you?
There we go. No one noticed. No one paid attention until now. We're back on Zenith. Hi, Zenith.
Hi, hello.
Tell us
That's my
about
face.
Kirby. Tell us about Kirby Hardcore Nuzlocke.
Yeah.
Well,
Poyo.
So, have you guys played Kirby Superstar for the Super Nintendo?
Never played
Good
it.
stuff. Good stuff.
So I spent an entire summer playing this with my brother, and it's a game that's still fun to like come back every once in a while. But I recently came across something called the Kirby Nuzlocke. So, Eric, do you know you've seen or I've heard of a Pokemon Nuzlocke, right?
Right. That's like the ones that are like super hard, like make it difficult, right?
Well, the main gist of a Nuzlocke is if it dies, it's gone.
Right. That's
And you
what I
probably
guess
think-
is that's what the difficulty is, right? Like you lose the Pokemon, it's gone.
Yeah, exactly. So in Kirby, it's different because you know how sometimes in Kirby you'll take damage, and every once in a while, like your ability will like drop. Like you'll lose your ability and you have to like go get it back.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, in this, if that happens, if you lose your ability at any point in time, even just taking like a little sliver of health or damage, it's gone for good.
Oh God.
And I also made it even harder. So I am not allowed to defend. So there's, you know how you can hold R and shield yourself just like in Smash
Right.
Brothers?
Yeah.
Well, you can do that in Kirby too, but that kind of defeats the purpose. I am also not allowed to have an ally. I am also not allowed to, like, I have like certain requirements through going through the story. Like, I need 4 million gold in the Great Cave Offensive. I need to collect 15 1-ups in Dynablade, and apparently this is so hard that I have yet to actually accomplish it after I think maybe about a dozen runs or so like that. But it's also has made this game be more fun than it's ever been.
Nice.
I
like
even
it.
opened it up to co-op. So I actually had viewers
Hey.
on stream. So Morgan joined at one point, my brother joined, and as we tried to like play through co-op to see if it's so things are a bit different on co-op because we're not allowed to be playing at the same power up at the same time. So there's like a little bit of strategy involved. Like for example, there's a level you need the fire ability to set this thing on fire so you can get it through. So you have to make sure that you don't like lose your fire early, or same thing with like you don't want to lose like abilities that you that are like very common. Otherwise you go later in the game and you realize there's no copy abilities anywhere. Oh yeah, and you're also not allowed to fight as regular Kirby, so you can't spit objects back out. So like if you're in a boss battle and if you lose your ability, you actually have to die and start that whole level all over again.
Oh God.
So
I think you actually asked me to try and join for this, but I think I fell asleep before I could even have a chance to.
Well, Dill, I would love to have you come join for him.
Yeah,
It's a
I
lot
will.
of fun.
These are
It's-
just these are basically these Nuzlocke and stuff like they're just basically Nintendo files, right?
Well-
Depends
well,
on
no,
if you
it's
alter
setting
it
my
in some
own
way.
self restrictions. But the thing,
Yeah.
like, I was actually for some of the online, I was doing it via the Nintendo Online.
Mhm.
So I think we had 1 or 2 people join from Nintendo Online. They were attempting the Nuzlocke.
How
The
does
only
it,
thing
like,
is, like-
how do you get the game though? Like how without, obviously disclosing big no-nos, like
So how do I get the game? What do you mean?
like if I wanted, can I throw this on a Steam Deck and go ham with it?
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to try it on the Steam Deck, or if you have your Nintendo Switch, if you have access to Nintendo Online, you just fire it
Yeah.
up.
Oh, okay. This is a
It's online.
legitimate
Yeah.
release. Oh,
This
Yeah.
is a legitimate release. Like, it is not a randomizer, nothing. It is just
Yeah.
like if you like, say if I boot up Kirby Superstar, you would be able to connect on your Switch, and you could even attempt the Nuzlocke with me as well, Eric.
I totally miss like
It's like with
the second-
Pokemon Hardcore Nuzlocks, that you can do it with the base games. Like it's just basically rule sets you put on the game basically.
Oh,
That's
I
it.
see. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought these were like Nintendo files that I gotta
Nope.
get somewhere.
No.
Nope.
Like
so
I thought they
if
were like
get-
the randomizers.
Nope. So like if I get hurt, yeah, I could go and like get my abilities back and just continue playing the game. But no, I just like, nope, I can't get that back. Mark this off my tracker. Don't have this anymore, and then proceed.
May I add a thing?
May you add a thing?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that for the Kirby Superstar, you can actually because I know that with Nintendo Online there's 2 different plans, and I just wanted to add that Kirby Superstar is through the SNES, so it's actually for the lower tier plan.
The $20
like,
tier?
Yeah, so you don't have to have the $70 one or whichever one it is in
thank
order
God.
to play it.
Yeah. So like you have access to this, Eric.
I'm gonna go. I totally missed the window on this thing or the announcement of this thing. I thought it was. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I go in there and I'm like, "What's on the Nintendo Online this week?" Right, and then I go in there and it's like loading up like 8 new games that I didn't
I
even know
always-
that
Nope,
were on the thing.
I'm good.
Yeah, I was
I
like,
always
"Oh,
forget about it.
oh, this is a whole thing."
Yeah.
But I was like, "Damn,
I'm just waiting for them to add more Pokemon games to it.
it's not gonna happen."
I know.
No.
They're not
They
going to add the
wanna-
core games. They're
They
not going
want
to
to
do it.
milk your tits, Dill.
I
Just-
want to.
You want the games or the tit milking? I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Milk him on.
Yes. Milk you. But did they? Oh, someone in the chat here, Demi says they added Mario Party 3, but you
Yes,
need the
they did.
N64 plan for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
the
That's expansion for that.
How much is that shit a year? $70?
If depends on the version that you get. If you get the normal one, it's like the single person one. It's like $50. If you get the family plan one, it's like $80.
Oh,
Yeah.
Also, just one last little moment, because Davey mentioned that the co-op was so fun to watch. Honestly, because of like how playing the game at its where it's more intense than it's ever been. I'm currently working on a really long, heavily edited video, and the thing is, if you Google or go on YouTube and you search Kirby Nuzlocke, there's especially hardcore Nuzlocke, you will not find it. This is my baby, and if this catches wind, I'll see
Money.
you peasants.
okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just kidding about that. But yeah, I'm just hoping I can catch lightning in a bottle with this.
Looks like
I
fun.
think you could.
Looks like fun. I didn't know. I had no. Sounds like fun. I had no idea this was like on the actual Nintendo Online thing.
I would love to have you come try this with me, Eric.
I'll make some.
And
I'll make
Dill.
some time for this. I'm gonna make some time for this.
I'll try my
Alright.
best.
Hey,
Makes
I mean,
me
like,
happy.
I actually had someone come join that has maybe 15 minutes worth of experience with Kirby, and we still got somewhere. I just had to tell them to be like, hey, stop jumping into the spikes. That's all I ask.
No, I want to jump more on the spikes.
Was that me or was that someone else? Because it sounds familiar.
You jumped into the spikes.
That's why I said
But
the
you
song.
have experience, which was baffling to me. It's like, why are you jumping the spikes?
I don't have much experience, but also the jumps were kind of weird.
Sometimes you just
You-
gotta like jump in the spikes and see what happens. Like,
Yeah. It's like when you're testing fall damage, you just gotta sometimes just do it. Jump. Whee!
well, there you go. That is Baldur's Gate 3, Kirby Hardcore Nuzlocke, and some Super Mario RPG. We'll have some more Super RPG Mario RPG to talk about because that is on my list of things to do before the next pod here. At least
Yeah.
get it started. But as for me, we got, for Eric's sake, or Eric's time frame, we got a lot done in 2 months. I will start off real quick here with some of the short. We finished Spider-Man 2. We got the platinum out
Nice.
of that bad boy. Fantastic game.
Excellent.
Ooh. Oh, I finally watched the latest Spider-Man animated film.
The Into the no,
Oh, across
the
the
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the best storytelling, and
One of the best movies of last year.
yeah,
Period.
it's fantastic. The artwork is beautiful.
Yeah.
The storytelling in that game is fantastic. Not game. I'm sorry. The movie is fantastic.
Movie.
It's an amazing movie. Go watch it. It gets
Yeah.
all the praise that it's
It
been.
deserves it. It deserves it.
Village. Every character is like fully getting fleshed out in the whole storyline of this trilogy here. So get ready for the third one when it comes at some point.
Probably in like 2026, 27, honestly.
I think it'll be next year. I don't
think it'll be next year.
There's
Yeah,
too much of
probably
a
not
money
because
chain.
because I think they were working on the next movie in the middle of the strikes.
Yeah,
So
they
it's going to be delayed.
They said they were a third of the way through the storyboard stuff and the design of the animations.
Oh wow! So
before the
yeah, it might be
strikes.
2 years. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be 2026.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
because they have to do all the animations and then they have to get the people in to do the voice lines, and they've all said they've not even really done any yet. Like they've not started, the
Which is
voice lines
crazy
at
to
all.
me because I would think, because if you watch the movie,
Mhm.
the way the movie is laid out and ends, you would have thought they would have worked on the third one like with it. You know what I mean? Like they were doing it together, like in tandem.
Mhm.
So but yeah, great movie. Go watch it. As for Spider-Man 2, the video game, some of the best storytelling in a comic book video game.
Agreed.
Period.
Agreed.
It is up there. It is not. I've sat and I digested it. It's not as good as the Arkham stories, like Batman
Mhm.
Arkham, City
Yeah.
and Asylum. It's not that good in terms of storytelling, but the storytelling for Spider-Man, it's just fantastic.
It is. I think it's not as good as the first game. It's still a banger. Like I think the first game still was like the peak of storytelling for that game series so far.
Yeah,
The second game still does a great job. Don't get me wrong. And Miles Morales was a good in between, but I think like the first game still had like slack for its storytelling. Honestly,
the way they handled the whole Venom storyline and everything is just glorious, fantastic.
yeah,
way
for
to.
sure. I just wish we got more out of that. I wish that
Yeah.
it was a bit longer, so we got more of that storytelling. That would have been cool.
And the more I played it, I also realized like I'm starting to grasp towards Miles as Spider-Man more. They're doing a lot of good stuff with Miles' storytelling and how they're developing that character in itself, because it's basically Miles is a completely different character, but it's the same concepts and like rehashing of what they did with Peter Parker, just in a more modern way. And it's really, really well done. There's some of the missions that are the side missions in that game that are just glorious.
I think Miles had the better side missions as well.
Miles had the better side missions. This is a mild spoiler, but it's side mission content, so it doesn't affect the main story per se. But there is a mission where if you play the game, or as you play through the game, you find out Miles's love interest is deaf. And in one of the side missions, you actually play as the love. We'll say, for lack of a better word, his girlfriend. You play as her.
Is like quote unquote girlfriend. It's not, like confirmed.
It's his love interest per se. They're not official in the game, but it's his love interest. But you play as her. But one of the one of the best things I think they did was if you play the game with headphones and you do her mission with headphones on, you play the mission as if you were deaf.
Yeah.
So you're experiencing everything a deaf person experiences sound wise through her through her story, like her side quests. And I thought that was just
that's so cool.
That is incredibly
It is.
handled
It's such a
incredibly
good
well.
side quest.
It kind of reminds me of that like one horror game that came out many years ago where you're playing as a blind person and you couldn't see unless there's like visual cues on the screen, and it was very interesting but also very scary. Sorry, what?
What the name of the game?
Oh, I wish I could remember. But I saw like like the big YouTubers playing back in the day.
Yeah, it's great game. Game wise, it does have some shortcomings. I noticed that there was a lot more glitches in this game versus the first one and Miles, and I also noticed that it almost seems like they cut some stuff out that was in the first game. Mostly getting the costumes and stuff like that and things like that. It was more just, you can unlock the costumes through points or whatever rather than do missions, which
there was a lot of like movie based suits that are in there that were basically in like the DLC, and I'm like, there's a lot more like suits in the comics you could have definitely used. Like
it's very, very disappointing. The last Mile suit was very, very disappointing. It's basically just a gigantic ad.
I mean, it's that. I think I changed the color scheme of that suit because like the RGB one looked better. Honestly, like I changed it to get the RGB like color coding because that looked way better.
I saw that last outfit. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, it's definitely a shortcoming.
Cringe.
So it was. A lot of people weren't impressed by it, so someone actually made like an improved version of it, where it was actually like black and red, and with a hood and everything like that, and a proper mask. And it was actually pretty cool.
Some of the costumes are great. Like the Spider-Punk costume is back, which is my favorite Spider-Man. Like all of these, like they a lot of the good stuff is back. The Venom suits are fantastic. The whole playthrough. I don't want to go too much into it because if people are still finishing it, I understand. Because probably a lot of people got this game for the holiday, so I'm not going to do too much discussion of what happens or what you can do in the game, but especially for main content. But if you have not played it yet, go play it. It is worth your time. It's a fantastic game. It's definitely well deserving of its nomination. A Wild Everest has appeared in the chat.
Oh my
god!
Thank
God she's here now and not during the.
Shh!
Thank God she's here now and not during the disaster earlier.
Don't tell her this.
Everest, nothing happened.
Nothing happened. I'm innocent here.
But Spider-Man 2, great game. Go play it. It's definitely deserving of its nomination this year. It just fell a little short versus everything else that came out, but great game. Go play. It's fantastic.
I mean, 2023 was jam packed with like fantastic games, so that was like another big thing that had to like couple up with pretty much,
And then real quick here, because I want to get to the main thing I finished that I'm really excited about. We finished the first Alan Wake. I went through the first game to prep for Alan Wake 2. I had never played Alan Wake, and everyone talked about Alan Wake at some point. It's a great game. It's a great game.
I have it now. I just haven't played it.
I don't know about the remaster. I played the original version because it was in my Steam library. So I played the original 2013 version or whatever.
I've got both of them, and I'm not sure which one I should play.
Very creepy, eerie storytelling. Very Twin Peaks. Very Stephen King. Excuse me. Very thriller, like horror thriller storytelling. If you have not played it and you want to jump into Alan Wake 2, I would go play the first one. It's a fairly short game. It's about 10 to 15 hours, not overly long.
So I actually didn't realize that the game Control is part of the Alan Wake universe.
Yes, there is a universe, and I found this out too.
And apparently Max Payne is involved, and I played Max Payne back in the day.
Okay, so the reason why Max Payne is involved is because the lead director of Remedy, who created the Control and the Alan Wake series, is the main actor in the first Max Payne game. Like the face actor.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Yeah. That's the reason why, basically.
but they definitely have a universe thing going, and from my understanding, the Alan Wake DLC, Control, and Alan Wake 2 are tied together.
Hmm.
So I also have Control. Thank you, Epic Games, for not charging me.
I've got Control on like multiple PC platforms, both Epic and Steam, because I got a free code from a friend for Steam as well. So like, I was like, cool, I have both now.
And then I picked up and the beautiful people in the Linux/Steam Deck community came up with a launcher that will launch your Epic Games library into your Steam Deck.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can actually log into the account, log in, and download the game. The game still has to be compatible with the device, but you have access to those games that are on your Epic Store and like I think your GOG account where you can go download those if they are compatible and play them on your deck. So that's Alan Wake, and then of course I finished it, boys. We have finished Tears of the Kingdom 125 hours later.
Damn, you did it quicker than me.
I did not do everything.
Okay,
everything.
well, neither did I, but it still took me 135 hours.
Congratulations, Eric. Now do it without the paraglider.
No.
I don't know how you would do it without the paraglider because
Zen's finding out right now as we speak.
because you have to get to a segment and you have to get to a point in the depths that would require a paraglider.
Ah, Zen's found a way around that.
I found a way around it.
Morgan, can you give me a consensus of how far you are in the game so I know what to tippy-toe around?
So in my playthrough of Tears of the Kingdom, I started going to like towards like the one of the quest areas, but I actually haven't done anything there. So technically all I've really done was just kind of wander around the countryside. But I have seen Zen do his playthrough whenever he was streaming it. So basically I'm good with like whatever details you want to share.
You saw the ending and all of that stuff already?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Those
of you in the chat that are watching this right now and are playing through it and let me know. I want to get a consensus how far people so I know what to avoid spoiler wise, etc. I won't spoil too much or not any of the most important stuff, but
Everest hasn't finished the game.
Okay, Everest hasn't finished the game.
Okay, Everest has not finished. Okay.
Did I meet it twice? What the hell?
Jesus. It is a very, very well done game. There are parts of it where I felt like it dragged a little. Like I felt like I spent too much time in the depths for reasons that I feel like maybe aren't completely necessary, but it definitely helps. I did find a piece of armor I found a armor set that really harkened back to my childhood. I found the legendary hero armor set, which is the Legend of Zelda armor set, the OG 84, 85, OG armor set, which if you take on Ganon in the OG armor set, it just gives you a vibe. It has a vibe to it. So
did you find the Twilight Princess set?
I did not find the Twilight Princess set. I can get the set, but it involves me cracking open that Twilight Princess HD to get to that amiibo.
Oh, the amiibo does not get it to you.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay.
No.
Because I know it gets it for a couple of the other sets.
It does for like the weapons, I think, and that's about it.
Yeah. I went against Ganon and I found the outfit of the Wild where you can actually dye your armor. I had fun with that because I was using the like the basic like Hylian tunic that you can just buy from the shops.
Yeah.
So I found that, I dyed it red, but then I found the cap of the Wild and dyed that red, so it looked like I was running around in a Goron tunic.
Nice.
And it was so badass. Nice. I loved it.
I found a piece or two of the dark armor, or like the Dark Link armor.
Yeah.
Armor set, and then I found the Tunic of Time, which was awesome. Like so I found the N64
good old
tunic.
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, Ocarina of Time tunic.
Did you find a certain crown in the game?
No, did not find a crown.
Ooh. Okay.
To answer Everest's question, I did not unlock all the light routes, but I unlocked a lot of the light routes trying to find the legendary armor. The depths is a very interesting concept in the game. It's one of those things where it kind of drags to an extent because there's a lot of stuff in the depths that will become just a huge block. Like you cannot progress through the depths any further trying to get to a certain items or stuff. If you start finding map pieces in the sky, which lead to markers on the depths, you'll find out you can't get to those markers until you find out that you're got a big chasm blocking you and you have to find another way in to get to that side. It becomes tedious. It becomes a little frustrating. And then realistically, the depths become significantly easier as you unlock those light routes, because then you can start using the trees, etc., to get around it.
At first, I was confused when I was doing the depths, but then I realized, you know how like things in the depths are like a mirror version of what's on the surface.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out that anytime if you're in the overworld and there's a lake and there's like a river or a lake, if you go to the depths where there's a river or a lake, there's going to be a wall that you cannot actually scale.
Right. It's
so,
like it creates this big chasm that you just cannot pass.
Yeah, and the mountains are like where like deep you can go like really low in the depths.
Yeah.
The sky segments of the game, like the sky islands and stuff like that, to me were just boring. Like I had no interest in them really. I did not really explore them. It was boring to me.
Okay.
The depths, I do like how they utilize the depths for some segments that you have to do for the game. The depths becomes actually a big player in the game. Like it becomes a big concept in the game as you progress further in it. And it's very, very well done. To kind of wind down what I'm getting through here. So the final battle in this game, and I will not spoil any of it, the final battle in Tears of the Kingdom is probably one of the greatest Zelda battles I have ever done in any of these games. And my prediction came true. I will not spoil it, but my prediction came true once I unlocked all the glyphs things, which unlocked all the little story points and stuff, and the motion video and all that, or the video segments. I figured that's what was going to happen. I think I even mentioned to you guys in our Discord, like, I was like, I think this is what's going to happen. But my prediction came true, but it is one of the most fantastic. I didn't think it was going to happen on the level that it did. But it is one of the most fantastic final segments of a game and a battle I've ever done in a Zelda game.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of leads me, and I don't want to say it because it might be a disappointment, or it might be a spoiler, so I'm not going to say it. But I have mixed opinions on the ending. I'm kind of torn with it. But everything that leads up to that ending is just fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
It's so well done, that whole final segment. So it is it's a great game.
It is. It's a fantastically well made game for sure.
I take back every negative thing I said about it. It does have its negatives. I will not. This is not a perfect game. It is not a perfect Zelda. I will not give it that much praise.
I think if Breath of the Wild wasn't the thing and this was the Zelda game that we got, then it would be able to be more perfect in people's eyes.
Yes,
honestly, yeah.
Because I think Breath of the Wild made such an impact on this series that it's hard for me to be like, Tears of the Kingdom is the greatest Zelda game ever made.
I have a question for you then, Eric. After playing Tears of the Kingdom, and we know for a fact they're not going to do any more in that series, like that series is now, I think, done.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think they're going to go next?
I want to go back to something more like Majora's Mask. I want them to go back to like a Clock Town or do the island in Link's Awakening or something. I want to leave Hyrule for a while.
I want them to re-explore the concept of time now that they have more technology and more resource that they're to like come up with like bigger, better games.
I think a concept that I heard, I think I don't know if either one of you two have said this or anything, but like a concept that I was like told was like them developing a way of traveling through time and going back to like previous games in time era and games and like
multiverse it.
Going through multiverse it. Yeah. Which would be quite an interesting concept considering how the confusing timeline of like Legend of Zelda already. So like
Thanosdorf.
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 On Ganon. Ganon is frightening in this game.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Like like chills frightening.
Yeah, he is frightening in this game. And I've gone through most Ganon battles and been like, this guy's not shit. I'm ready, right? I'm leveled. I'm good to go, right? No. I got down there and then he wiped the damn floor. I got through the first segment.
Yeah.
And then you get to the second segment and then you're like, oh, this is not going to be what I thought it was.
As soon as I saw that moment happen, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. And then you're like, oh crap. The way they had the sages are a big problem I have with this game. The sages are a huge problem. I much preferred the Divine Beast over the sages.
Yeah.
The sages are. I have a problem with the sages. I like how they're utilized in the story.
Yes, they're utilizing the story. I think that the Divine Beast champions though had more personality compared to the sages. Honestly, that's the one thing I will critique that on.
Yeah. It's a good game. It was 125 hours that I thoroughly enjoyed once I got through the early critiques. I'm like, this is just Breath of the Wild on a new level, like kind of thing. Call me crazy.
Speaking of Breath of the Wild, a quick question. After playing Tears of the Kingdom, do you see much reason to go back and play Breath of the Wild all over again?
I'm gonna say, just for the story alone, I'm going to say no. I think Tears of the Kingdom tells a better story than Breath of the Wild does.
Mm-hmm.
If you've never touched a Zelda game before, I would still say for 2D, you go play A Link to the Past. For 3D, I would go play Breath of the Wild still over Tears of the Kingdom. I think Breath of the Wild is a perfect entry-level Zelda game for somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is, ironically, that was my first Legend of Zelda game.
The problem I have with Tears of the Kingdom in terms of it being the Zelda to play, it has a lot of fluff that I don't think you need. Like, honestly, I could have done very well in Tears of the Kingdom without the build mechanic. A lot of the build mechanic and the Zona Light stuff and all of that, I didn't even really utilize. Unless I absolutely had to.
I disagree with the build mechanic, the Ultra ability, because it's created some of the most insane contraptions in the community. It's so good. I love it so much. I also like the perfect torture chambers for all the Koroks as well. Just seeing them all burn. Seeing them all burn.
Right.
And you got one's next.
The build mechanic is fun. The build mechanic's fun and it's interesting and it makes it the build mechanic is there for all the people who have played the other Zelda stuff and they're like, what's the new thing in this Zelda game? That's the build mechanic. But it's not necessary. You guys can counteract what I'm saying, but it does not progress the story. It's not necessary to progress the story, I don't think.
I mean,
it's
I
just
don't
there to
know.
me.
I used the hover cycle a lot in my playthrough, and it was very effective at getting me around places.
I mean, maybe it's the way I play the game, like where I'm just, I
as soon as I
fast travel
discovered
everywhere.
how to use the hover cycle and like I saved it in my favorites for like building, I got through like the depths area a lot quickly. I basically broke like one of the temples with it as well. With how like moving around and everything like that. It just made it like playing through a lot easier.
Mhm.
It's hard to say because for someone like Pow is trying to do Breath of the Wild. I'm tempted to tell her, hey, you can probably just move on from Breath of the Wild and go to Tears of the Kingdom.
It could, yeah. I mean, I
But-
feel like with Breath of the Wild, the only thing I will say is that if you want to experience the story fully, then sure,
Yeah.
play it.
Yeah, I think definitely play Breath of the Wild. But after playing Tears of the Kingdom, you probably don't have much reason to play.
To go back.
Like if you are going to play a Zelda from the Switch,
Yeah, play Breath of
You
the
are
Wild,
playing
then play
Tears
Tears
of the
of the
Kingdom.
Kingdom.
Mhm.
yeah, because like that one actually has some more replayability as opposed to Breath of the Wild.
Right.
Yeah.
I think
'Cause if you think
I
about
do
it-
believe it had a lot of fluff. You know,
Mhm.
I think Tears of the Kingdom has a lot of fluff in it, and a lot of it is concepts like, okay, the zonalites, and then you build the contraptions, you put the zonalite in this thing, and then you have the fusing mechanic to build your weapons and your armor up and stuff. It's a lot for somebody that's not familiar with that series. You know, it's a lot. Where
Mhm.
Yep.
it's hard to say. People love this game, and I loved it, but it's not perfect to me.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, it's not quite perfect to me, but it is probably the best storytelling, I think,
It very much
in
is.
Zelda lore. It is probably the best told Zelda story.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'd agree with Everest.
Now give me my classic Zelda. Want the hook shot?
Let me see what Everest is saying here since she's hanging out. The only references to Breath of the Wild are the 4 city-state rulers, and they are not necessary.
Not really necessary.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that.
You could actually play Tears of the Kingdom without playing Breath of the Wild.
Right.
Yeah, you could.
I mean, story-wise, you're not missing out on anything.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Breath of the Wild
Link
story-wise,
woke
you're not
up
missing out.
And then
Yeah.
he saved the day, and
The
then like 2, maybe 3, I don't know how many years after that, whoops, it happened again. All right, let's get to work.
But I think one of the most interesting concepts in Breath of the Wild story is that you start out as a failure, which hasn't happened in a Zelda game, to my recollection. You start out as a failure in Breath of the Wild,
Failure.
and you're redeeming
Oh.
yourself.
Mhm.
You're redeeming yourself. Which says a lot about the story, like Zelda lore. Because Link has always been the hero that saves the day. You know.
I actually find that as an interesting aspect because, like every other game, you're fighting to prevent not necessarily an
Chaos.
apocalypse, but something. But this is like
Yeah.
the one where it's already happened.
Right. Which they kind of rehashed again in Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, because he failed to stop him, and then he's been unleashed upon the land, and then you have to fix everything all over again.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But starting out the game, waking up, realizing that he failed, Everest. he literally failed.
He did. He literally failed. That's literally the whole concept.
It's just like he died, and then he
Yeah.
slept for what 100 years or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He literally failed and
He failed to
Hyrule
complete
was
his mission.
hell.
Yeah, everyone died.
Yeah.
Just like Link, wake up.
It was a protective mechanism. Yeah. No, he
Sure.
died. It's interesting. That was the most intriguing
Wow.
thing about that game.
Jeez.
It was
a
basically Jesus
100
Christ.
If you think about it, it's a 100-year-long game over screen.
It's a
Wait,
100-year-long story, Jesus Christ story, basically.
Yeah.
I have a theory.
Okay.
So I'm going to work off of like what Ever said. It was a protective mechanism because they knew that in 100 years' time he was going to be torturing Koroks. They were just protecting them.
To be fair, he didn't know Koroks existed until Breath of the Wild,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
after that, the story continues.
Yeah, they became very aware of this legend of Zenith fellow.
The way they handled like the Lost Woods, I love how they handled the Lost Woods. You go to the Lost Woods expecting to find what you always find in the Lost Woods, and it ain't there.
I like that you just said that. So it's basically Avatar Last Airbender. It kind of is.
Wait, I never watched Avatar:
kinda-
Last Airbender.
You've never won now?
No, I've never watched it.
Oh, you need to change that, bud. You so do.
Can I find it on one of the various streaming services available on
It
the internet?
was on Amazon Prime at one point. I don't know if it's still there.
Okay, we'll take a look here. On that note, anyone else want to chime in on anything else before we take a quick break here?
I want coffee.
You want
Well,
I
coffee?
need coffee
Okay.
too.
We're gonna go get some refills. We will BRB. This is Good Friends, Good Games, and we will be back shortly.
Okay.
All right, we're back. Good Friends, Good Games. Talked about all our holiday playthroughs over the break here, and now we get to talk about what we're gonna do this year. So, our lovely panel here. Do we have any gaming goals that we want to accomplish in 2024?
I have one.
And what do you got, Dill?
I want to try and outdo myself from last year in terms of games I played.
Played or completed?
Both.
So Dill's goal for every single podcast is to have at least 7 games on that list.
I'll try my best.
When you said you had 150 hours, Zenith, on like Baldur's Gate 3 and you were on like Act 2, I was like, oh, so this is a week game for Dill. Like, this is a game he'll finish in a week. Dill's got a week on this one. So
okay, so I beat 21 games last year.
What the?
Or 21 games and 21 gaming content as well, including DLC content. So I want to see if I can try and beat that.
Well, you have to get him a level, Dill, because I have 69 completed randomizers, and that's just counting viewer build. So,
Clap for
Nice,
Zenith,
by the way.
everyone. It's
Nice,
nice,
nice, by the way.
Nice.
I've already done 2 so far this year.
It's
it just started.
Weeks.
What the fuck, man?
2024. What the?
Well, to be fair, it's like
Funny.
the Valhalla DLC took me like 5 to 6 hours, and then the epilogue for the DLC to Pokemon Violet is like an hour. So, so that's 2 so far, and I've currently got 3 games I'm playing right now. So
He's gonna come back. He's like, I beat all 15, 16 Final Fantasies in like a week, guys. What are you up to?
I mean, I could try that. I mean, I only own 7 remake and 15 and 16.
I don't think it's possible to do it all in a week. There's just not enough hours.
No, like I'm pretty sure like each game takes you somewhere like between 30 to 50 hours. To
Yeah,
beat
so
all
it's
of them.
impossible. And then if you get to 14, 14 is fucking a beast in itself. But
14 is like basically a lifetime.
yeah, so we'll kind of go around here as our
Yeah, my brother's
endings.
got like 3,000 hours in Final Fantasy 14. Has not finished the game yet. But that's because but he's too busy doing those like platform puzzle things
Yeah.
and being a
So-
catboy.
So yeah, that's
Maybe.
the general question. Do we have any goal? Do we have any like truly like any series we want to try to touch this year and get through? Is there anything we like want to complete that we've never completed? You know, the forum's open here.
I'll have to look at my backlog. Hang on.
Oh, should do that too.
Before
All
I
right,
Yeah.
before I go
you
ahead
first.
Here. Yeah, before I go through.
I just want to try and get through all my console games that I've collected over the last few years because I've massed quite a bit of like PS5 and Nintendo Switch games that I've not even touched yet. Like over the last like 2 to 3 years, like Horizon Forbidden West, I've not touched that yet. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, I've not touched that yet. Metroid Dread and Metroid Prime Remastered, which I know, Eric, for a fact that you really want me to play Metroid Prime Remastered.
Yeah,
like,
play
badly.
Retro Prime Remaster. That's
Yeah, I've not touched that
A1.
yet. I also want to check out a lot of these Pokemon like fan-made games as well that are on my list as well. Like I've got a bunch on here that I've written down, and I've also got like Infinite Fusions on there for one, which I know Zen had a massive bit of fun with that.
That
So,
reminds me, Dill and I are doing something starting
Oh
next
yeah,
month.
we are. Yes, yeah.
We're doing that Pokemon Fire Red Ironmon Nuzlocke.
okay.
Yeah, the
It takes,
the
like,
Kaizo
people-
I am on.
1,000 like attempts
Yeah.
just to beat it.
I actually want to talk to you about that, Zen. Do you want it so that like I'm just a commentator, or do you want me to actually play the game along with you?
So I think to maybe start is like because like if I do feature attempts, like you don't have to be there.
Yeah.
But and he can be like a commentator. But I think to start, let's start doing where we're both doing it together and kind of just co-commentating on our experiences and be like, you know what, I fucking hate this. Oh, I'm glad you do too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah, and then feel free to like do runs like on your own time.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
We should record some of that content.
Oh, it's going to be on stream.
It's going to be on stream.
Let's record some of those streams.
We'll like what? We'll do it on your stream and just like be together or something like that. Or...
Yeah, you can stream, on your end as well. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll try one of those like guest streams that Twitch keeps fucking annoying me about. I'm like, piss off, guys. I get it.
Yeah.
Twitch.
But yeah,
That's
for
a whole different
Pokemon fan made games I want to explore. There's like Infinite Fusion, Pokemon Too Many Types, Run and Bun, Pokemon like, I mean, I kind of want to go back to Colosseum and Gales of Darkness too and play those because I haven't played them on stream before. So
which ones was it? Sorry.
Colosseum and XD Gales of Darkness, the GameCube games.
You have them.
I have one of them.
The XD. You have the XD one.
I have the Colosseum one.
Okay. XD is going to cost you a pretty penny, just a fair warning.
I know. Well, there are ways I can get around that.
The aquarium. I forgot.
Yes, the aquarium, yes.
We'll go to the aquarium. See the dolphins.
Yeah.
So, Morgan, do you have a
swim?
Morgan, do you have anything that you want to accomplish in your gaming career this year?
I have a big backlog of like 39 games. I was just looking at my document.
Just 39?
So, yeah, 39 games that I have to finish. Like I started them at least as far back as like maybe 2019 for some of them.
Okay.
Hey Morgan, can you please tell me that respecing your character on Baldur's Gate 3 is on that list too?
Oh, let it go.
No, but it can be.
Let it go.
Okay.
Let it go. Let it go, sir.
He can't hold it back anymore.
But yeah, I have 39 games on my backlog that I'm hoping to at least knock off some of those games off the list this year.
Zenith, are you okay?
Are you okay?
Yeah,
just what happened?
Gatorade in my eyeballs.
That's
Why?
the karma. That's
Damn,
karma.
the karma.
Fuck you, respect your character.
I feel like the Gatorade's on Morgan's side here.
I was gonna say, he's just telling me again to respect my character. Get some more Gatorade in your eyes.
I'm just trying to hydrate, not drink this haterade.
That's literally the higher beings giving you a facial.
Damn. And Gatorade decided to.
Yeah. There you go. How about you, Zenith? What do you want to accomplish this year game-wise?
Well, I got plenty of plans and schedules planned for this month. Sorry, not for this month, but for this year. So when we ended, it was just around the time where I was ready to get started with my yearly randomizer roulette.
Okay.
And well, turns out people really enjoyed it, and I had a big goal thing where it's like, hey, I'll do it again next year, but different. So in March, I have to do another randomizer roulette, but all games are no logic, meaning I don't know if they're beatable or not.
Interesting.
And in the summer, I have a roulette, but it's not. But some of them aren't randomizers. It is called crowd control roulette.
Oh,
where I try and beat 10 games, but chat gets to say otherwise. See, if you don't know what crowd control is, it is an extension on Twitch that gives viewers the ability to affect your game, whether it's positive, but most of them are negative. Especially if you've seen my streams. Everyone fucking shits on me whenever I play these.
Shits on you, just straight shits on you.
Yeah, I mean, you have no idea, like, where I'm just about to beat a boss or get an item that I really want, and then someone's like, hey, how about we send you back to your house? I'm like, fuck.
I've done that to you. I'm pretty sure I've done that to you.
Yep.
So yeah, that's gonna be my life in the summer. And the other thing is finally finishing this Kirby Nuzlocke, hardcore Nuzlocke.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you there too. I've got a Storm Silver hardcore Nuzlocke that I'm trying to beat as well this year.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Yeah.
you guys do you guys have anything in your backlog where people would be like, "What the hell you mean you haven't played that yet?"
Name a game.
Like I mean specific, like for example, something on the level of like a Bloodborne or
Bloodborne I've played twice. So like,
no, I know,
been
but that's
hard
something
on
of that level where they'd be like, you have like BioShock, you haven't fucking played BioShock yet, you know? Like mine would have been like Alan Wake, like you haven't played Alan Wake. I thought everyone did.
Technically, I've played the first one, but I didn't finish it. And then
But
I've also
you see what I'm getting at with at with my question.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they are on the list because I did start the first one on my PC. I was having trouble playing it, so I stopped playing it, and I haven't come back to it since.
Witcher 3 is one that I want to play.
Yeah, see,
when
like
I do
I've
find time.
never finished Witcher 3.
Witcher 3 is very good. I mean, Everest will be the one who comes in chat right now and says, "Excuse me."
You have not what? Like, okay, so like pick your heaviest hitters in your backlog here, Dill. What are your heaviest hitters?
Metroid Prime Remastered. I know for a fact that when I told you that I got that, you were like, immediately play it now.
Yeah, play Metroid Prime.
No, I've put in. I don't know. Liza P. I mean, I've got that downloaded.
Okay.
Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. I've not played that yet.
You should play Skyward Sword.
Yeah, that's.
But I want you to do it with the Joy-Cons. I don't want you to cheat.
Really? Do I have to?
Do it with the Joy-Cons. You okay there, Zenith?
Yeah, I'm just looking through my Steam list.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I pretty much like finished everything. Like if it's on like the Nintendo Switch. Maybe like the one games, like some of the games I haven't finished are those what is it, the farming sim games that like I really like them. It's just now because I'm so busy with streaming stuff and other stuff and Facula, I actually have like my biggest focus right now is actually not the website, but like I have this big tool that's being built that's going to make my streams way easier and way more fun and way more interactive.
Like being built, you hired a programmer or something?
This person's is a good friend of mine that I've known for about 7 years, and he's you know Flaming Monocle, right?
Yeah.
He built his bot for him. So his on-stream tool. Cool. And he said, "Hey, I want to do some work. I need a guinea pig." So he's doing this stuff. Really awesome dude. I've actually done some collab stuff back in the day.
Nice.
Yeah, we're coming up with something really cool and really interactive. Yeah. And I mean, Morgan has seen some of the plans. Mm-hmm. And what do you think? Without spoiling.
Honestly, I'm pretty excited for them. I think they're going to make things, a lot easier and more interactive as well.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Dill, you had something you were going to drop.
Oh, yeah.
What do you got?
Yeah. I found a game that you probably will scold me on for not playing yet.
All right.
I have not played Fallout New Vegas yet.
Well, you should play out Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, it's on my list. I've played 3, I've played 4, I've not played Vegas yet.
So don't feel bad because I have a whole list of games here that people would look at me and be like, "What the hell? You've never played it," which I'm going to get to in a second here. Yeah. Morgan, do you have any heavy hitters in your backlog that people would be like, "What the hell"?
Depends on which console because I actually have some PS3 games on my backlog also.
Give me some of the PS3. I want to hear the PS3. Give me the
Okay.
PS3.
Okay. Maybe the heaviest hitters I think would honestly I think probably the only heavy hitter on my PS3 list here would be Demon's Souls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna play the PS3 version. You're not gonna go the
You're
PS5
playing the
route,
PS3
huh?
version. Ooh.
No, because I actually don't have the PS5 version. I only have the PS3 version, and I've never
Okay.
beaten it.
Okay.
I hear the PS3 version is basically just the PS5 version, but like the PS5 version has better graphics and that's it. So
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
it should be the same pretty much. But yeah, have fun with that.
I've never done Demon Souls either. See,
I've only done the remake twice.
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah.
I want to come up with a little challenge here. And what we're gonna do, you're gonna go ahead, and we are going to challenge each other to play a game here.
Oh.
So that's what we're gonna do. Now obviously there'd be, financial reasons or whatever. We can work that out, but that's why I would say we have all year to do this, all right? How we want to do this. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pull up a randomizer thing here. And what I want to do, wheel of names. All right, here's what we're going to do. Now, obviously, this will be kind of different here because we don't have Everest with us, but
No, we can still challenge Everest.
yeah,
She's not here to defend herself.
right. Morgan,
Mm-hmm.
Dill, and Zenith. Oh, whoop. And let's see. Okay, and then myself. All right, so we got Everest. We have Zenith, Morgan, Dill, and myself. Now, Dill is going to go first, and I'm going to click spin. Whatever name you land on, Dill.
Oh, is it on the screen?
Oh,
Is it on the screen?
that would help, huh? That would fucking help. Sorry. I'm stupid today.
Dummy.
Are you drinking? Are you drinking out of Dill's mug?
He's drinking out my super stupid mug right here, as you can see.
Give me 1 second here.
I see my name. I see Eric's name. I see Everest's name.
All right, here's our wheel of names.
Very close up as well.
Yeah.
There we go. Here's our wheel of names. Okay.
So is
So I'm gonna
Everest and Eric the same person then? I guess.
Wait, what? Oh no,
both
it's
E's.
just we have the same color.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna challenge ourselves here.
Yeah. Everest and Eric is Dragon Ball Z. That.
It's
right.
it's Erik Verus.
I'm gonna click. Okay, so Dill, I'm going to click for you now. Okay.
Okay. Click it. Click it. Click it. Click it. Click the button. The Eric
Dill,
version
you have
here.
gotten Morgan. So,
Oh, okay. Cool.
Dill, you need to pick a game that Morgan should play.
On her backlog or on mine?
Any game. And then we can find out if it's in her backlog or not.
It depends if she has it or not.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing. We'll work that out. Because like I said, we have all year for this. We'll work out a way to do it.
Ooh. I think I have a game.
All right. Now, obviously, Morgan may say, I've already played that. So pick a couple just in case here.
Morgan, have you ever played Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance?
No, I've never played any Metal Gear game.
Oh, you definitely should play this one then.
Okay. Now, you have to tell her where she can get it, obviously.
Yeah.
Good question. It's on Steam. I don't know if you have. Don't think you know if you have Steam or not. PS3. You can get it on PS3. I guess.
Oh, that's good. That means you can get it used pretty much then.
Yeah. I just have to see how much it is used, basically.
Yeah.
I do have Steam also, so like I could get it for either platform.
Yeah, Steam probably the easy one to do. I'll get it on. Then you wouldn't have to like spend like hours upon hours trying to find it in the used section.
Right.
GameStop.
Yeah.
Okay, so Morgan has been given Metal Gear Rising for
Excuse me.
vengeance.
Yeah, I haven't played this myself either yet, but I'm gonna probably play it this year sometime.
Okay, so Morgan has been given Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, and that was Dill's pick. So now Morgan gets removed from the wheel here. So now it is us. Okay, Morgan, I'm going to spin for you.
Okay.
Don't spoil it until like actually see it. Oh.
So Everest, I don't know if you're in the chat right now, but Morgan is going to pick a game that you should play this year.
That's gonna be hard because like I don't know what she might have already played or not, especially if she's not here presently.
Which is actually kind of like okay, because that's kind of the point. Maybe we'll expose ourselves to, you know.
You should challenge her to her Sonic game.
That's a good idea.
Get her to play Shadow the Hedgehog and make her regret everything.
Now, keep in mind too, the game needs to be obtainable in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
Is Sonic 06 attainable?
I wonder if it's on Steam. Let me check out of curiosity. Actually, the first thing that popped into my head was Dragon Age, but I don't know if she's already played it.
Oh no, it's only on PS3 and Xbox 360. The Sonic 06 game.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
we can what matters is the fact is that it comes down to Everest is your person.
Get her to play a Pitman game.
No.
Oh, Chibi.
Oh, she'd really hate me if I did that though.
Oh, Chibi. You're feeling
But after all, it's Morgan's pick.
Yeah, it's true.
It is Morgan's pick. That's the whole thing.
I'd kind of thought like maybe like a Dragon Age game because you know they're at least mechanic wise.
You have to double check to make sure that Evers hasn't played it.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Because if Evers has played The Witcher, I'm very certain that she's played Dragon Age.
I feel like
Maybe
she
not.
might have said that she played a Dragon Age before, but I can't remember for certain.
Well,
But I know
then
they're pretty similar.
It could
then
even
have like
be
two backup.
Yeah, so I'll put it in the thing here now. Oh, Dragon Age. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, so I've put it in the thing here now. And that was Morgan's pick. So that you can pick a second, but the important thing here is that Everest has got Morgan picked Everest's game. So if we can work it out in the Discord if Everest has already played it. But that's what we're going with right now. Okay.
Okay.
So Everest is now removed from the wheel. There are 3 of us. I'm going to spin for Zenith. Zenith has gotten Dill.
Hi.
Well, Dill. But what haven't you played?
Name a game.
Dill, do you like horror games?
I dabble.
Here we go. Here we go.
Okay. Well, I definitely think. Hold on. I want to see if you actually have this.
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't.
Hold on. Checking the list, and it's on Steam. Check out Dungeon Nightmares. But actually, no. I'd rather you not. So,
Okay.
So instead, my challenge to you.
Okay.
Ooh, have you ever played Diablo?
I have not actually. No.
You know what? Play Diablo 2 Resurrected.
Okay. There you go.
not super into like Blizzard games, honestly. So I can check it out.
It's not a no anymore.
Yeah,
Bobby
I'm not.
Kotick is gone.
Yeah, you are not going to be playing like Diablo 4. Like you're playing Diablo when it was at its best.
Right. Okay.
So maybe it might be more your speed.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Diablo 4 is mindless hack and slash. This is more just like, I'm gonna pick my ability tree, blah blah blah.
So that means the way this has worked out here is that means Everest has to pick a game for me.
Right.
So we will get in the Discord and Everest will pick a game for me. So that's our challenge for the year. Did you guys didn't see this concept coming, huh?
No, I like it.
All right. So here's our rundown, chat. Here's what we have going. This may change depending on obviously if people are, have already had the game, etc., etc. So, I didn't spin for anybody. So we have to. I might not spin for anybody. Oh, well, Everest would pick a game for me, and then I would pick a game for Everest. That's how it would work.
Yep.
That's how the wheel would fall, basically.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So let me go ahead and get the list here. So Everest picks a game for me, and Everest will have to, or I picked the game for Everest, and Everest will have to pick a game for me. Okay, cool. So here's our rundown so far. This may change. Right now, Morgan has been challenged to play Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance by Dill. Everest has been challenged Dragon Age by Morgan. Oh, no, wait. Morgan got Everest.
Yeah.
So that means just Everest picks a game for me.
Yeah.
That's okay. Sorry. And then Dill was challenged Diablo 2 Resurrected by Zenith. And then, of course, whatever Everest will choose for me, which I will update the chat on the next podcast. So to start winding down here, aside from gaming goals, is there anything you guys want to accomplish this year? Streaming career wise, anything interesting of that?
You need to change off the screen.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
I can't see myself.
So any goals you got for yourselves as far as streaming goes, career wise, and what do we want to do this year?
Maintain the schedule, honestly. Maintain the actual like streaming schedule, because like towards the end of the year I was pretty like all over the place, honestly, because of how busy my life in real life got, honestly. Like just try and be stable.
Trying to be stable. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else like up to YouTube more, do more TikToks, anything fun
see
like
if I can hit 500 subs on YouTube, because I'm pretty close.
Okay. Guys, go follow Big Deal Gamer over on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you haven't yet, help him hit that 500.
Yeah. That one there. I don't know. Getting monetization YouTube would be pretty sweet. I know that.
What was that?
like monetization.
Okay. Cash in, huh? Cash out. I like it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, they have like 2 levels of monetization now on YouTube. There's the one where you hit 500 subs and then meet a certain amount of goals, and then there's the 1,000 one where you get ad revenue, and that's really it.
I want to turn my TikTok channel into QVC, just like everyone else is.
Oh, I hate that so much.
Buy my coffee maker or whatever.
Guys, you won't believe all these deals. Oh my god.
No.
$6 earbuds. $6 earbuds that sound amazing.
It's a British guy normally a lot of the time as well.
Zenith, you got any stream accomplishments you want to do this year?
Well, I want to have my new store ready.
Okay.
I want to have my bot all ready so that I can start doing more interactivity. I want to move my currency and all my commands off of stream elements because they're fuckers. I want to just and obviously in the summer I want to move in with my brother so that I can actually be able to make, be myself.
Yeah.
Because that is one thing I really, really miss, where it's just getting heated and being able to, use this $1,000 microphone setup as it's intended, which is to allow me to make a fuck ton of noise.
As the content gods intended.
I hear that. Yeah, and plus it's one of those things you were talking about doing. Like you really want to kind of like go and be back with your family. So
yeah, and one last thing, if I can keep it brief, is I want to keep re-innovating because honestly, randomizers are fun, and I have a great time doing them. But I don't want to become stale. I always want to be trying to find new and fun things to do and find different ways to play with the game, so that people will be like, oh wow, used to come pop in, see that you are doing this, but now you're doing this. That's actually pretty neat. So
that's good. Okay.
And hopefully cheering you guys on as you set out and achieve your dreams. So tap that ass of potential, guys. That's
I
my
also realized I did the wheel wrong. I
did?
did the real wrong. I'm supposed to spin for Zenith. So I technically have to pick a game for Zenith.
I noticed that there wasn't a game pick for me, so I'm not going to say anything just to see if I can get out of it.
Sir.
I kind of noticed, but then I wasn't really sure.
I just realized I'm looking at the list. I'm like, Zenith does not have a game. Okay. All right, let's see here.
So what is Erik going to decide to pick for Zenith then, chat? What do you think?
I'm going to ask for Zenith's help here a little bit, because Zenith and I have probably been around the block the longest in this gaming world. So
you both played similar games.
Yes, we're quite old.
Yeah, we've gone through a lot of stuff. So Zenith, what do you like to play?
Well, I love a good platformer.
Okay.
I love a really compelling RPG.
Okay.
And I love something that catches your attention, because for example, there's a lot of RPGs, like JRPGs nowadays, that just they follow the same kind of trope that doesn't really appeal to me. So it's kind of hard to put my finger on it.
Did you ever play Secret of Mana?
I actually tried. I tried to do a test, but it did. But I ended up dying on the first boss, so I didn't get to properly play it.
You are assigned Secret of Mana.
Done deal.
On the Super Nintendo, like the old school Super Nintendo version.
Yep.
Okay, so Zenith has Secret of Mana. And
I have the game.
Okay, good. Zenith has Secret of Mana. You can get a Nintendo, and that will work just fine.
I won't tell anyone.
Don't tell anyone. Go into the aquarium.
Yeah. My uncle has no idea what I'm up to these days.
All right. So, anyway, now that I figured out Zenith has a game, I just got to wait for Everest to pick one for me. So we all have our challenges now. Okay. Morgan, what do you got for goals? Stream goals, Twitch goals, YouTube goals, anything? TikTok goals?
Probably be more consistent with my uploading process, because I do upload videos for shorts and TikToks, but they're kind of a little bit sporadic in timing. Probably also be more consistent with streaming, because I try to stick to at least one day a week, but there are some weeks where I kind of have to have just the entire week to myself. So trying to stick to doing at least once a week, and maybe possibly more days out of the week, but I'll kind of have to see, I suppose. But that's
Okay.
what I'm hoping to do for this year.
Okay. I'm joining Twerk Team 6. That's what the chat says here. What is
Okay.
that?
I
What is
don't
that?
know.
I don't know what that is, but I like the sound of it. All right. As for myself, I sat long and hard and I'm thinking about this. And I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give the streaming thing a shot again. But with some caveats, I'm going to do it at my own pace, at my own speed, at my own discretion, because I've also reached this time in my life too where, life balance is important to me. I have my relationship, I have my career, I have all that stuff. And when I did the whole Twitch thing, I was burnt out, like heavily burnt out and just tired. And it was one of those things where it was like, I don't enjoy video games anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, this is part of the reason. And there's other things that happened during that whole era of 2020 to 2022 where I was just kind of like, I'm over this. The community had a lot to do with it too. So I'm like, I'm kind of over this. I went on and I kind of did my own life thing. Obviously, we started the podcast shortly after that time frame, and this allowed me to do was to play games at my own pace, at my own leisure, enjoy them, and then talk about them with my friends when we gather around and talk about video games. That's the whole point here. So this has all been very, very therapeutic in terms of, falling in love with games again. That Twitch kind of took that away from me. So I'm going to do everything at my own pace. I'm going to do it how I see fit. So that being said, I'm looking at 1 day a week. Not going to be any more. Could potentially be less. But we're looking at 1 day a week. 1 day a week where I take time and I'm going to play games on Twitch. And
Cool.
then what I have come up with we're all talking about backlogs here. So I've come up with this concept for myself. And I've come up with this concept and I'm going to call it Back to the Backlog. Think Back to the Future font, etc., etc.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to come to this thing called Back to the Backlog. And this is where I go through and I'm going to hammer out my backlog.
Nice.
Now, the fun part about this whole thing is I may not necessarily be starting games from the beginning. There could have been stuff I stopped playing like 3 to 6 months ago.
Ooh.
I don't know where I left off, what I have to do. I might have to figure out all the
That's
controls.
gonna be half the adventure.
Yeah, I may have to figure out all these controls all over again. So that is going to be the goal. I'm obviously not going to do every game on my backlog online, but a good chunk of them will. The reason I asked some of these questions is because there's heavy hitters in my backlog that I've never touched that people would be like, what the fuck, you've never played? A prime example of that would be Halo. I have never touched a Halo game.
Okay, to be fair, I only recently touched the Halo series, so you're not the only one that's alone in that.
Okay,
mate.
but that would be the
Halo.
example. That would be an example of a heavy hitting game where people be like, what the hell, you've never played? It's like COD. I've never played COD, like that type of thing.
Are you not missing out on Call of Duty, honestly?
Nah.
Hal's really enjoying Call of Duty. Don't hurt her feelings. She's really fucking enjoying it.
Call of Duty's peak era, in my personal opinion, was like the late 2000s, noughties, early 2010s.
Yeah,
that's where it peaked.
So yeah, Pow and I have been getting a lot of Call of Duty in time. We did buy it after Bobby Kotick got his ass kicked out of jail, kicked out of Dodge. So we were like, okay, we're good now. Fuck him. But we don't know. But yeah, that is going to be my goal this year, is to start trying streams again. I'm looking to start mid-February. Give myself a little time to plan it out and kind of like work into it. And then I'm going to stream it on my Twitch channel, but then I'm going to upload the VODs up to the Good People channel over on YouTube.
Okay.
So that'll be
fun.
Yeah, so that'll be put some content up in there, et cetera, and then TikTok clips and all that jazz. So that is the goal there.
YouTube Shorts.
YouTube Shorts, which apparently have to be a minute or under. Which
they do. Don't miss out on YouTube Shorts, especially because I've gotten insane viewership from YouTube Shorts, honestly.
Yeah, so
I would agree with that.
That is going to be the goal here, and I'm not going to. Good games, good outtakes is actually a very strong concept.
Oh god, The amount of shit that we'd saw, that'd be a hell of a thing.
Which was funny because I'm getting to the point where drive space is going to eventually be a problem. I'm like, should I keep all the original raw like video files? But I realize there's a lot of gold in those outtakes that we probably shouldn't get rid of just yet. And then of course I really want to, focus on the thing here and really shoot, because I think at this point, the good people stuff will always be a priority, I think, in terms of content creation as it goes. So that's why I'm kind of putting the streaming thing as a secondary thing.
Yeah,
I want to really, really start hammering out the clips more. I'm going to personally challenge myself to hammer out the clips more along with Pow, and then, get a bigger social media presence going and really kind of, take this thing to the stratosphere this year. Stratosphere being a huge endeavor, but I really want to work towards that stuff and have a better presence. So all these lovely faces can be heard by, everyone out there. So that is the goal. But yeah, the streaming thing was a big thing. I think I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to do it like at my own pace, at my own leisure. I'm going to do it the way I want it.
Yeah. And I definitely think that if anything, if you're doing it at your own pace, even though you say like once a week, like if there's a week where you're just not feeling it, don't worry about it. Maybe don't even have like set yourself a schedule. Just be like, hey, I'm thinking of doing something tonight. Give people a bit of a heads up and then see where it goes.
Yeah, because I sat and I thought about like I have a job, I have a career, I have income, in that sense. I don't need to rely on this to try to make income. You know what I mean? So it's like I'll do it at my own pace and I'll do it the way I want it. I don't need to worry about stream teams or like, how do I word it? I don't have to worry about stream teams. I don't have to worry about the social interactions, the promoting, all that kind of stuff. Like it's going to be me. It's my own little square of the internet. That's how I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it the way I want it. And then I will associate with the friends that I really enjoy and I think, are worthy of time and, energy. And that's the way I want to do this. And that will be my goal this year.
Fair enough.
So
sounds good.
That'll be what we're looking at. As always, people, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. That is the end of the show here. I appreciate you all hanging out with us. Thank you for ringing in the new year with us. We look forward to bringing more episodes this year and more wild things that'll be said. And we're going to go through that. Backlog wise, I got a lot, as does everyone here. I got to get through Baldur's Gate 3. I got to get through Baldur's Gate 3. I got to get through Alan Wake 2. Dill's got a shit ton of games that he'll finish next week.
I just really want to try and see if I can actually finish the Storm Silver Hardcore Nuzlocke that I've been doing since like April last year.
Hammer it out. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot a thing.
What did you forget, Morgan? Now's the time while we wind down.
I forgot that like when you were asking me about like stream goals for me for this year, I completely forgot to mention that I'm looking to actually finally properly start doing charity streams as well.
Charity's a good thing. And I might pop my head into those again too.
Yeah.
And pop those things into my head again too. So we'll see what happens. Good for you. Do some charity. Pal wants to do the charity stuff too. Maybe you guys could do the charity stuff together. Pal really wants to get into it.
Yeah, that'd be so much fun.
Pal's got the PC now. She wants to start doing some charity stuff. So you see what we can hammer out. And I say go for it. Do it. I hope you guys all accomplish what you want to do. So I don't like doing the new year, new me type stuff, but I think it is important to set a focus for yourself and kind of give yourself a challenge. So that being said, everyone's got their challenge games for the year. We'll put them up in the Discord so you can see where you're at. And then we'll work out how to get them. If you need help getting a copy of the game or something like that, we will work something out in the Discord. On that note, this has been Good Friends, Good Games. You can catch us on ! social media here. That'll put up all the links to,
social media broken.
Okay, Stream Elements. You want to be broken today. Just like Dina said, get rid of that nonsense.
Social. Just try social.
Is it broken? Hold on.
I thought it was social media.
That's what I thought it was.
Oh, the bot's not even in here. Wait, where is it? The bot's not even in here.
Why is he not in here?
Pot.
I have no idea, but I just looked. It's not in here.
Okay, I am sorry here. The bot is broken,
Whoops.
but
Whoopsie daisy.
we can do it down and dirty here. Hold on.
2 months later, the bot decided to leave.
Does
the
that
bot
happen to
basically
you
quit.
guys? Does that guy happen to you
Yeah.
guys every now and then? He just doesn't
Yeah.
show up?
Well, what's funny is that I actually saw that it posted in chat earlier that the podcast is live, and then
Well,
nothing.
Stream
happened.
Elements.
Maybe
Right.
Yeah,
Stream
Stream
Elements is
Elements, yeah.
finally. Maybe Stream Elements has gone under. Maybe it's actually like died.
Oh,
Wow.
well, rest in peace, store.
All right. Stream Elements says, thanks for failing me today. You can go to that link right there, Linktree, and that'll give you the links to our Twitter, our Instagram, our TikTok, all that good stuff, YouTube channel. Click that bad boy right there. That'll get you to all of our content. Again, this is Dill. That's Dill.
Ha.
I'm Eric. We got Morgan down in the corner over here. Where there. And
So
then
it's down
so we
this
got
down
Zenith
this way.
Yeah,
down
she's
this
over
way.
here.
down this way, and we got
Yeah.
Zenith down at the bottom there. We'll see you guys again very, very soon. Next episode date is 27th, January 27th. You'll see us again. We are bi-weekly. So if it's your first time here, we appreciate you hanging out. Catch us bi-weekly here on Twitch. And then uploads are usually on Wednesdays of the audio version, Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to your podcast. And then, of course, you can catch us on YouTube as well for the video VOD of the podcast. And we will see you guys.
Oh.
Yeah, excuse me. We will see you guys all very, very, very soon.
Aw,
We appreciate
I
you.
miss you too, Demi.
We'll miss you, Demi. All right, Demi.
I miss you.
All right. Good friends, good games. We're signing off. Thanks again.